Hey there, everybody. Looks like this is working. Okay, we'll find out. Looks good. Okay. Hopefully we won't have the weird sound problems again. Let's get this going. So it's been a while. I remember basically actually what we're doing though, so let's just yeah, we're pretty much full health here.
What now?
And I believe this is on the way to whatever. Alright, let's also bring up my stream here. Let's see if I can bring this up. Looks like I can. Okay. Alright, off we go to probably another section of the stage. Let's be perfectly honest here.
Yep.
Oh, hold on a sec. There we go. Okay. Alright, feels good to be back, but not necessarily entirely. I'm very tired.
At last.
Yeah, I haven't actually had the power-outs that I thought I was going to have for the other things. It's actually been the noise from construction stuff has been keeping me from doing this. No noise right now, but I also have not been sleeping very well because of it.
Should we keep going?
Alright, looks like this is actually, we're gonna go fight Lewis now, so that's good. This is probably gonna take me a couple tries. Yeah, there's still construction going on too. Has he just been sitting in that chair this entire time?
I confess, I did not believe you would actually survive the gauntlet.
You said that last time.
Oh, please. Think about what you're trying to achieve. Nothing could stop us from getting to you.
Oh no, wait, I remember this.
To burden
Okay.
others
Yeah,
with
we
your
have to
own
go through all
fears and
this. Just,
responsibilities is
yeah.
cowardice. My royal magic shall...
Okay. So this part's pretty much irrelevant, if I recall correctly.
Your ideal world.
By this power.
Here and now. We'll take him down.
I don't remember what I did to actually beat this, but I'm just gonna probably do this.
Come on.
Nice proclamation.
I will crush the fantasy
Looks
in
like we
your
can't
heart.
fight
If I recall correctly, he didn't have any particular anything for that.
Going for the weak spot. Take my fullest power.
And what I kind of want to do here... Yeah, I kind of wish I didn't have to go through this again, because I should be doing something else, I remember.
Cilio left him wide open.
Okay.
Let's
Take
hit that
this.
new weakness.
You cannot run from your fate.
I can dodge it, though.
Come forth, royal soul.
Okay, should be able to
Come and
do...
This
I might not have to actually be doing that.
This might sting. I pray you're ready.
You better be ready.
Their weak spot. Beat him
Let's
down,
go.
Cilio.
Okay, so we can use Hero's Proving to get ourselves even better at dodging.
Face my wrath.
Desperation
Nice one,
shows.
Watch me.
This whole, like, he only gets one action every turn is, like, really good. I love it. He is still flopping everyone else, but, like,
Take my
it's
fullest
still
power.
just taking away, like, all of his ability to do anything useful. It's really good.
Come here.
Their weak spot.
By
Beat
this
him
power.
down, Cilio.
I don't need that. Let's go ahead and do
I'm right
that.
here.
Don't. I call upon a royal soul. Going for the
Do
weak
that.
spot.
Take this. You cannot run
Nice
from your
one,
fate.
Captain.
This could actually also be good for our, like, final fight against him as that sort of shows up, because, like, he'll have that sort of situation where if he can't hit me,
Right in their weak spot.
and if he can't hit me, like, it doesn't matter, that's a one-on-one.
Come on.
Masked dancer.
Kind of want a medical here.
You can can count
knew
on
you'd help.
me.
Even though it's really unnecessary, most people are pretty healthy right now.
Only the
go.
strong can prevail.
Not right now.
I shall
Hey there, Morbits.
confound you.
I hear that you're like on the last
Take
chapter,
this.
I think, of Persona 3?
Your desperation
Isn't that the last chapter that you're on,
shows.
or did they like add a lot more content?
Come here!
Either way, congratulations on getting to basically the end, I think.
Behold,
Beat
come
him
forth,
down,
royal
Basilio.
soul.
I
I'm
probably
right
have to redo my
I will
buffs here,
crush
but
Show
the
you.
fantasy in your
that's
heart.
fine.
This might sting.
That...
Only the
Souls of
strong can
kings,
prevail.
give me strength.
I will crush the fantasy in your heart.
Could you have done it a different way? Like, could you have avoided that in that version,
okay.
or is that
Greatest
impossible to
power.
avoid in that?
Take this!
Oh shit, I didn't dodge. That's not good. I didn't dodge twice, what the hell?
Come to me!
Whis is gathering an unbelief. We can't let him finish whatever. Focus your attacks. We've got to stop him before he takes us out in one
Okay,
shot.
well,
Flight. I can do this. I channel my power.
All right. That I
The magma
I will
buildup
fight with
dissolving.
Huh?
Right in their weak spot. Beat him down, Basilio.
Come and get me.
you're not sure?
I call upon a royal soul.
Yeah, it's one of those sort of like things that you can do in one of the versions that I kind of don't know if this if I like it or not. I think it's kind of nice, kind of not, but
Very good. By all means, challenge me. Stake everything you have on this battle. I will face your convictions head on and crush them. There is no hope for you. Face my wrath.
I have not dodged jack all for like a while here.
From your fate.
You didn't buy a flower? Well, I mean, clearly a flower would have done the
pray you're
difference there.
ready.
Like, that obviously
I
is
shall
all you
put
needed
them
to
all
do.
on the line.
I'm not even sure if they would have made it the process the same, or if they would have tried
Come
something
on.
completely different.
The masked dancer. Going for the weak spot.
Only
my
the
fullest
strong
power.
can prevail.
I don't actually even remember how you did that in Portable, to be
There is no
honest.
hope for you.
God damn it.
Take this. Your desperation.
Nah, he still loses all his
shows.
actions. Take that, sucker.
Right in their weak spot. Beat him down, Basilio.
Come and get me.
I behold this power.
He's just gonna regain all his stats. I'm just gonna do this.
Me.
Thanks.
I'm grateful.
So how long
is the
would you
post
say
souls
before
of
you actually
kings.
beat it? If I
Give
recall
me
correctly,
strength.
there's not as much weird stuff that happens like at the very end that you have to get through, but I might be wrong. There might be an entire other... No, I remember that that's something that happens, but I don't remember like what you're supposed to actually do to avoid her dying. Or maybe she does die and comes back. I can't even remember how that works, honestly.
Face my wrath. You cannot run from your fate.
Like we didn't slap Basilio there. Alright, whatever.
This is just what I need. This might sting.
Just keep doing that because it causes him to
I can do this.
lose some of his actions.
The enemy still stands.
You fight well. Soul.
Right in their weak spot.
Let's stay
Beat
calm.
him down, Basilio.
Like, her dying actually
Come on.
is probably more on, like, brand
fight
with the
well.
theme of what the game is about, though, so it probably is
Going for
the
weak
canon
spot.
ending.
There is no hope for you.
He just really does that every turn,
Take
alright,
this.
whatever.
Your
Dodge.
desperation
Nice one,
shows.
I really ought to heal the party again at some point. Maybe, I don't know. Just do that so he has to come down this to take the damage.
You better
I like
be
how
ready.
I'm not actually doing any of the attacking here. I'm just
Beat him down,
standing here,
Basilio.
sticking my tongue out at the guy,
Come and get me.
doing absolutely
Don't
nothing important
smash
because this doesn't
that
actually
guy.
help. I should probably have figured that out by now, is that all his attacks are AoEs, but
That
I'm not smart, so, you know.
Helpful.
You fight
Just because
well.
I know a thing happens to be true doesn't mean I act on it.
The enemy still stands.
There is no hope for you. Face my wrath! You cannot run from your fate!
Wonder why that was only after me. Alright, well, finally, actually, the taunt made a difference.
Right in their weak spot.
I will fight with
Beat us down.
Alright, I think he's down this turn.
Come on.
Just gonna stick my tongue out at him again.
I'll show you.
Give him another raspberry.
It's not over.
Light sting.
Completely irrelevant what I'm doing here.
Help me finish this.
Should just be passing him on to Basilio again. Alright. Now we get to do the other boss fight that I'm supposed to be doing right now.
Check me out.
Look at all those levels that don't matter. Okay,
Marvelous.
now we skipped the cutscene because we already know that I'm completely surrounded by friends who all want to just off themselves. That is also the theme of this game, I guess, is also death or something like that. But
Your Highness, you get in the run.
we've already seen this. Saw this last
Buy
time.
you some time for takeoff.
We can fight.
The thing is, like, why don't they just use one of those big AoEs that just, like, auto-kills all of these things? Then just, then we don't have to worry about it.
Prince, do you wish to stop me? Or do you wish to be king?
I want to stop.
Okay. We've done all this before. We've done everything up to this new boss fight, which is going to suck because I'm not going to have any...
Do you remember what happened? What you've done?
I've.
Alright. Okay. So this is where we were last time.
Your journey of revolution was just a passing...
What will happen?
You can't blame Luis for wanting to end that cycle.
Even so, I don't want to.
Come on.
You still don't believe me. Why is that? Reality is a monolith. Reality is Reality isn't just cruel. It's cruel beyond any hope of change. That's why
You hoped.
If you stay here, at least you'll be saved. Do you truly still want to...
The battle's not over yet.
I mean, it's kind of over. I did rip my own heart out. Have to have
I
someone who
suppose
can,
how
like,
it
put that
promised to
back in,
travel
apparently.
the
I don't
world
know.
someday.
Alright.
It's destined. Archetypes embody the power of heroes who sought to change the world. And even having mastered such
Actually,
power
it wasn't
against
Blackouts that
Luis,
got me.
you could accomplish
It was
nothing.
there was noise from construction that made me decide I was not going to stream because, like, it was loud enough that I thought it was going to interrupt them, and at the very least, I didn't really want to be near here while it was going on. So I'm just like, okay, screw it, I'll just go somewhere else. The Blackouts actually didn't really do much, in spite of everything. Didn't just knock it out instead of killing the momentum. When have I ever actually cared about momentum? I'm terrible at momentum.
I wrote all my ideas into my novel, but my love's death showed me how empty it all was. You cannot sacrifice your one life for an empty dream.
I don't want to turn my back on my ideals.
Why can't you see that those ideals will only invite ruin? If no one else, you must live.
I guess it's technically not the last chapter of Persona 3 that you're on now, because you do still potentially have to go through for answer, but what my recollection is people don't like for answers, so you just don't have to.
That world is beyond your help. Beyond any utopia. You must face reality, my son.
Says guy who turned himself into Fiction Twink, who locked himself in the mind prison place and has not faced reality for however long. Alright, so on a symbolic metafictional level, this is me getting to face Skyrock, I guess.
I won't hold back.
Alright, am I gonna get my ass kicked here? What weaknesses could he possibly have?
The blaze edge.
Okay, it's not that.
This is for your sake. Be reasonable. You don't have to fight this!
Oh yeah, I should actually do this. Final Fantasy 13-2? I love how my dodge bullshit is working here. I'm going to just make the assumption that nothing I do actually is going to
I have no
play
choice.
Oni. Yeah, I dodge shit. That's my thing.
You must. You only prolong your suffering.
Alright, so this is a very funny fight, actually.
I have no choice.
Ow, he actually got me.
This is
What
for
the hell?
your sake.
Oxygen Not Included is something that I really want to get back into, but I am so, like, behind on. Everyone's doing, like, these very elaborate things, and every time I try to do the pipes, I'm like, oh, like, these valves are all backwards. It's like, oh, well. By the way, also, like, all the valves are in backwards is, like, one of those things I would do in real life, too.
Vainly struggle onward in the real world. The novel I wrote for you seems to have kindled only ideals of naivete in you.
Yeah, it did. So what?
And even my folly has come to haunt you. My mistakes poison your life. As your father, you leave me no choice. I will put an end to this madness. What?
Yeah, I haven't really tried the expansions for Oxygen Not Included, honestly.
I have no choice.
Still does bother me slightly that in a game like that, it does have that sort of problem of, like, conservation of mass is just something they ignore.
I have no choice.
You know, if I didn't have these little twink noodle arms, this would be a lot more effective. And I've gotten, like, 4 hits in a row where he just smacked me despite my ability to dodge everything, so that sucks.
Be reasonable. You
There we go.
touched it? You only prolong your suffering.
I won't hold back.
Alright.
I have no choice. You must not. I have no choice.
I kind of have the wrong setup to actually be doing damage, because I need to, like, just give myself a spell. Would have been smart instead of, like, Radiance, which costs way too
This
much.
is for your sake. I will show you the truth. You touched it?
Going through this with, like, my one action per turn is... Oh, shit. Well, it's fine. Is, a real pain in the ass.
I have no choice. You don't have to fight this.
This game is not optimized for this sort of process.
You must see reason.
Ouch.
I have no choice. You touched it?
Okay, well, he's chipped me down over the course of, like, what, 30 turns or something like that? Let's go ahead and cast Medica. Watch as he does that to himself,
This
too.
is for your sake.
Like, neither of us can kill each other, we're just here till the end of time.
Be reasonable.
Or more realistically, until I completely run out of MP. Oh, shit, he can still MP. I guess I'm gonna lose this fight.
Is there
Don't need
another
to do that yet.
I have no choice.
Man, I'm getting hit way more often than I think I should be.
You must. You only
His, like,
prolong your
accuracy
suffering.
must be really high. He went to the same build as I did. You know, it's like father-like-son kind of moment. The only reason he can't dodge
It was
everything is
in
because he
this
doesn't have
story,
that
in this
50%
book
evasion
where you found
boost.
your ideals. Haven't you always dreamt of utopia? Why do you resist it now? Why refuse me? I have no choice. This is for your sake.
Man,
I will show you the truth. You don't have to fight this.
Come forth, royal soul.
man, This is gonna take a million years. If he heals himself even once, I'm just gonna be like, man.
I have no choice.
God damn it.
You must see reason. I have no choice.
I wonder if he just rotates through these.
This is for your sake. Be reasonable. You dodged
Only
it.
got a dodge there, jeez. Alright. Gotta do this again. I'm out of those, but...
I have no choice. You don't have to fight this.
I honestly think that I maybe don't cast that, just keep hitting him, and use the rest of my MP on a heal.
You must. You only prolong your suffering.
So... I think we can afford to hit him once here.
Still here?
Why? You were my first reader. You of all people have to understand.
Did he read that to me when I was like a little tiny infant that couldn't possibly comprehend what I was reading because I half didn't exist? Plus, you know, probably was just drooling into a, like, bib or something like that.
I have no choice.
Because I feel like Lewis is older than I am and would have had an opportunity to read it earlier than I would have. Alright, I'm just gonna cast Medica here. It's not the right healing spell for the situation, but it is what I've got, because I wasn't expecting to fight a solo fight.
I will show you the truth. You don't have to fight this.
I don't have to fight this, but I'm gonna.
A
Alright,
tough one.
now I just have to keep chipping him over the course of, I don't know, like 10 hours.
I have no choice. You touched it.
Oh god, I do not trust those little dupes to, like, add bionics to anything.
You must what?
You know, I'm frustrated fighting Moore just because I'm used to having a team of people. Imagine how frustrated Moore is fighting
no
me.
choice. You don't have to fight this.
Like, from his perspective, this is like 10 times worse than what I'm experiencing, so...
This is for
I guess I can't really complain that much.
Be reasonable. You dodged it.
I like how late this build pays off.
Still here?
It took until literally like the end of the game, but the build is paying off pretty well. Ow. My face.
Still up?
You must. You only prolong your suffering.
Still here?
Oh god.
I have no choice.
This is what happens when you have twink on twink violence. It doesn't go anywhere because neither of them have like upper body strength of any sort.
A tough one.
I will show you the truth. You don't have to fight this.
Still here?
God.
What?
Alright.
What?
There we
So
go.
this is what it means to truly strive toward an ideal.
This was your Expedition 33 build. I hope that I inspired you to do this in your Expedition 33 build. I hope that's my fault.
Alongside you.
Oh god, that was such a... Oh god. Okay, well, whatever. Manually dodge parry, of course. Well, I mean, okay, if that's how that goes, that's more like a Dark Souls build, but just
What
average Dark Souls
power.
build, too.
To see the archetypes brought to such heights in so little time. If you go back now, your ambitions will avail you nothing. You'll only die a dog's death. What is it that drives you so?
Well, all my friends jumped off a bridge, and I thought that looked pretty cool, so, you know.
You gave up on your hopes. But I will not.
I will jump off that bridge.
What? You think I chose to give up?
The door... You could have opened the fucking door at any time, moron.
Are you this determined to cling to your beliefs? Is that truly what separates us and keeps me confined here?
What the... Am I going Super Saiyan?
Such power. Can it be? No matter how dire your fate, you never gave up. You surmounted every barrier, gathered and united soul after soul, and now, at last...
You know, just on a symbolic level, I do kind of feel bad for the whole I keep telling Moore he can just open the door thing, because that's not how depression works. I'm that guy who's just like, yeah, you should just stop feeling sad. It's just, you just don't have to feel sad. You know, which is not how you should be dealing with that, but it's how I'm dealing with him.
Across 3 nations,
Don't even know if
8
tanking it is
tribes,
viable.
and humankind.
That's fair.
To unite heroes across such abyssal divides would require surpassing power.
This power's
The
over
king
8,000.
of all archetypes.
I know that there's a different number in like the Japanese version, but like in English-speaking land, it's like it's over a 9,000. 9,000 is the number you're supposed to go for in English-speaking land.
Is that the role you would seize? A true king in body and soul.
No, I don't want to be king.
Do you hear me? Your Highness!
Valkenberg, didn't you just die or something?
Oi!
You definitely are dead. You fell off a goddamn entire everything.
How? Their voices reach you? Even here? It would seem your future is not yours.
9,000 was a mistranslation. Yeah, I know it was a mistranslation, yeah. It's supposed to be some number that's symbolic of just means arbitrarily large number. And I can't remember what that number is in Asia. I think you're right, it probably is. Oh, no, no, if it was 8,000. Those
My
are my
friends are waiting for me.
They're all dead, but you know.
The support and ardor of your allies. Yes. The very power that reveals paths beyond your own perspective. I see. That is whence you draw your power.
Honestly, power scaling in Dragon Ball is like the worst thing they could have done for the series.
Neglect anxiety, and magic will lead to ruin. Even before the War of Destruction, the downfall was foretold. Yet still, they met their prophesied end. Perhaps archetypes are the will of humankind of old, left to us. A plea that we learn from their failures, that we might rebuild the future ripped from them.
You know, I don't think that new voice that you've gone to of your old self really fits your face currently. Can you go back?
We don't know that it can't be done.
Communism just hasn't been tried yet.
Fascinating. Even as you face down the gravest oppression of reality, still you persist. Still you seek the world's unknowns as precious possibility. I see. Well, if you can believe there is more to the story than the end I see, then it is yours to tell. Once you return to reality, this place will surely fade as the dream it is. I, myself, will not be spared. Unlike you, my other half is long gone. And any reunion, lost.
I don't know how the weird bullshit I came back to life thing works. I think that maybe you could do it if you tried, but at the same time, you know, whatever.
But if I truly am the idealized soul and hope of your father, then before I fade, I entrust you with the power of my life. Not as the author Moore, but as your father, the king.
Yeah, sure. Whatever. Doesn't make up for those 10 years you went out for the milk and didn't come back, you know. The city before me fades away. I'm back at academia. God damn it. I wrote my ideals as a fantasy novel because I believed that there is power in fantasy. That is true. All my story ultimately did was a trail in the glories of the past. Perhaps yours will show us the true power of fantasy.
Now then.
So carry on as you would. Maybe make your final preparations. My time as Moore may be coming to an end, but I can continue to serve you in that role. Wait, where'd the cat go? This could very well be my last time here. I should ensure I leave with no regrets.
Listen here.
I fully understand it all now. Well, you're heading out. See you there, Morbits. This is unmistakably the formula of the royal magic invoked by the king. Small wonder what was found in this room, for I myself am the former king who wrote it, at least in part. The royal magic brought many wonders to fruition, but the essence of my spells stems from one simple wish, the desire for guidance. One who would bring about the emergence of a hero, a seeker who would play an indispensable role in making this country rediscover the virtue of the lost. Did it ever have it? Not in my wildest fantasy could I have imagined that you, whom I thought long dead, would become that hero. I don't think I was that long dead. Alright, well, whatever. Seeker archetype I awakened to was. After I committed the formula, I used the royal scepter to invoke the magic that would put things into motion upon my death. Once again, those words coursed through my mind. I know not what spurred me to do so, but I wrote them all down with frantic urgency. That's why the language of a faraway land is scrolled throughout the scroll. Even now, I don't know the full significance of them. However, I can only imagine they were an essential part in reaching the truth seeker I sought. In any case, the very hero appears before me now. Cogs have been set in motion, can no longer be stopped. O great hero, I entrust the future of this kingdom to you. Yeah, okay. Can I open this now? The text in the Book of Apocalypse is almost faded, so I guess that's symbolic. Alright, where's the damn cat? Seriously just gone, huh? Alright, let's make sure I read all the books before they get annihilated by whatever the hell's about to happen to this place. I don't see any green, so that probably means I read them all. Seriously though, where's the cat? Did you throttle the cat? Did you, like, throw it out of this place? Like, back into reality or something like that? Alright, well, cat's dead. That's a surprising casualty of all this. The cat, unlike him, does realize that he can just leave, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. Alright, well...
Alright.
Nope. Let's actually see if I can talk to him. I hadn't even tried.
Now that you say it. Ah, how good of you to come.
Let's see...
Most unfortunate. You have my deepest...
Alright, I should probably try to get as many of these as I can, but... the odds that I need any of these is pretty low, for a multitude of reasons. Cat's been leaving this whole time. Yeah, Cat's been leaving this whole time. The fact that I have to go back and remake these is kind of infuriating in a certain sense there. I don't know. I'm just going to assume that the older ones are like completely irrelevant or something like that. I don't know. You know what? Screw it. I don't even care. I'm not going to actually use any of these. It really doesn't matter. Yeah, let's just... and then that doesn't actually even do anything for the new class, so it doesn't even matter. That's just this.
Most unfortunate.
Okay, no, that's pretty much everything I can do here. I don't see a cat anywhere. Plateau has gone off on a journey to the place he should always have been. Where the hell's that? It's a cat.
Alright.
Alright, well... when you leave that door, a predicament awaits you. If that's even a strong enough word. Louis transformed into a demon and to decide death itself. I can probably dodge death. But you have already overturned your fated demise once. So only once? Twice? Thrice? I feel like it's been a lot. If you do emerge victorious and become king, you will truly have proved your ideals correct. You know, just because I have killed Louis doesn't automatically mean all the votes transfer to me. Like, if he's still the more popular one, his corpse becomes king, right? The Refantazio is not just an empty dream, but one with the power to change the world. It seems as though my novel has outlived its usefulness. Feel free to leave the old book here. For now, you'll be the only one to write your story, your own true tale of fantasy. I'm probably going to want to keep that with me to some extent.
The kingdom rests in your hands now.
Stop. I don't want it. God damn it.
If there is yet any value to believing in something beyond us, prove to me that fantasy has the power to color reality. Now, onward. O king of a new dawn!
You know, I used to have hope that I could get out of this without having to be king. I still want to know who's in third so that, like, I can pretend, like, I also died. It's like, you know, Lewis died, I died. Someone else who's in third place has to be king. How the hell are you guys alive?
Thank the stars.
Huh. Considering it was we who engaged Amata's gambit, this must be rather humorous to him.
We pulled through, thanks to Neurus. Can't believe he caught us mid-plummet on that busted Skyrunner.
I don't think that's physically possible for a multitude of reasons.
His wings to be so handy.
Never again.
I also don't think that's physically
We're
possible.
in good shape. Our wounds have already healed. It was all so fast. I'm still a little shocked.
Also,
True.
see, you don't need your
bound to
heart.
be
You can rip
everyone
it
hoping the
out, crush
best
it,
for us
it's
for
fine.
now.
You don't have to put it back.
Like what Louise did. Only the magic working in reverse. What?
Still just very Lucifer coded. Okay, well.
Why? Why do you still stand in defiance? What drives such tenacity?
Plot.
Louise! The world is full of injustice. Not everything you've said is wrong, much as it hurts to admit.
Yet, you would give up because you see no other way. And no future can come from that. We may struggle with fear and anxiety, but we shape our own destiny with our own hands. I have no doubts.
Yes, you're a man who has endured tragedy. It's foolish, I know, all this talk of belief. I know well. That said, if you cast aside all belief, all that remains is to endure a slow death.
As for me, I believe things can change. I have to. Singing and believing aren't so far apart, right? Even then, my songs touched you too. I know they did.
After I'd idealized my death more than I ever did my life, thanks to a chance encounter, everything changed for me.
You all realize
Now
he's
I
not
can
listening
hope for
to
the
us,
best,
right?
Without fearing for the worst. The possibilities are endless. If you ask me, that's what magic is.
Luis, you got all these people who believe in you, because you gave them a shred of hope. And now, you want to crush that hope. Maybe you're the one who's scared. Deep down, you're afraid to admit to yourself, you're the one who's hopeless now.
Louise, the fairies came to live in the Sanctum. But do you know why we chose it? The Elder tribe. We admired the people of humanity. To make our dreams into realities, we have to trust each other. When people do that, that's what makes them so amazing. If you deny the power of trust, if you make the world a place where it can't exist, then you're just plain wrong!
Yeah, he's not listening, guys.
Fools. These false foundations. Who in their right mind could promise such fantasies?
Well, we are all
I will
schizophrenic,
never
so...
let injustice be repeated. Never again!
Huh. Did he just explode? No? Okay, well... Oh, okay, well...
His aura is entirely different. It's a magla burst. Luis is becoming a human.
Come on, then! No choice now. We prove ourselves with all that we are!
Let's go then! This is our final battle!
Lovely that they don't let you change out your stats or anything like that, so it's just like whatever you did to fight more has to be the same.
Again, it must be rebuilt anew. You will die in tribute to my ideals, Prince.
He will win this. For the sake of
Alright, let's figure out what's up. I actually should just figure out his weaknesses. Let's try that first. Light works.
Take my fullest power.
I'm gonna go sort of under the assumption that everything works.
I'll figure something out.
Oh.
He will win this.
Okay, you know what? I'm actually just gonna stick with that. I'm gonna assume that everything works and that he's not immune to anything and that everything's fine. And I don't have to worry about it. Let's do Secunda.
Going for the weak spot.
Mask of Ire. Oh, these are different oh, god damn it. Okay, let's
Give me strength.
find out what this is going to do to us.
Okay.
Yeah, that still works fine. So there's one of two possibilities. One is I destroy each of these masks sort of one at a time. The other possibility is I'm supposed to kill all of these masks at the same time, somehow. Just time it right, you know. One of those two realities. This looks like an AoE.
Still you defy me?
Yeah, so he's casting Secunda, so that's not great. But I think that he still maintains vulnerability. Yep.
Let's go.
I'm not sure how useful this really is.
This is just what I need. No need to worry.
help. That helped us out.
That was helpful. I pray you're ready.
He's just gonna get the stats back, so I might actually want to stick to just regular Summon Dragon God, or even Summon Kishin. No, I don't think that we can actually afflict him with anything. Emerald Vortex? Severe versus Extreme? Yeah, this is Extreme. What if I just did this?
Refrain for now.
You better be ready.
With no sacrifices to offer up? Okay. I don't know what that really means.
Nice one, Captain.
Okay, so he's got just agility.
Come on.
I'm just going to go ahead and use this. Get his agility back down. We always want to have him like low stat a little bit so that he casts Secunda, just so he wastes an action. But I'm kind of worried here. Like, am I supposed to be doing like? Oops, I shouldn't have been doing that early. It's too early. No sacrifice to offer up. What does that mean? Is that low health? I think debilitate's just one tier. Alright. I don't think he cast Secunda this turn, did he? No, he didn't. He'll probably definitely cast it again soon, though. I'm gonna do this.
Summoner, I shall put all on the line.
Let's stay calm. By this power.
Okay.
I'm right here.
2 stacks is probably enough.
In your fantasy.
Let's do that.
After you.
All right.
Should I start moving this to another... Oh, I bet it's if he's got the ability to have anxiety on you, that's what does it. That
The
block
inequities
should...
of the world can only be
Okay.
cleansed if the strong subsume the weak. Now, be a noble sacrifice.
Can I be an ignoble sacrifice?
Sacrifice yourself to the new age.
What? Is he trying to swallow those people? Wait, they're puppets?
That looks
Send
weird.
Deadly Magla and the puppets. Attack him
Let's
before
go.
he swallows more.
Okay, I'm gonna maybe do
We can do
this.
this.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
I'll show you.
Let's do a Hamadine. Can I attack the puppet? Apparently not. Ah, right. One of them seems to be a little bit weaker than the others
I channel my power. Yes, the puppet's Magla.
in terms of the damage it's taking.
And its people.
Okay, so we did kill a puppet. I don't know how, because I couldn't target it. I guess it's if it's with that head?
Beat him down,
Vitus
Basilio.
power.
I don't know. Alright. The area is calm.
I feel so heavy.
That's fine.
I can't believe this.
Oh right, I didn't taunt. Shit. Multiple dodges, nice. Okay. Well,
Watch me.
things seem to overall be going fine.
Keep it together.
That helped. That helped us out.
That was helpful.
There is no power
Here I go.
in your
I don't need to attack with her this turn, so I just won't.
Orphan souls, do your thing.
Right in their weak spot. Beat him down, Basilio.
Come on.
the
I call
world
upon the royal soul.
and its people. Shall
Raging fire. Sorry, my mistake.
What mistake? That was a lot of damage.
Please go
in your
right ahead.
fantasy.
Alright, I feel like this is gonna screw me over, but need to hit him one more time with that and then he'll be dead, so.
You're so
Okay.
slow.
He did drop my buffs by a decent amount, so. Still pretty easy to dodge everything. Still pretty much working.
I'm right here.
Watch me.
Alright, let's find out what happens when you kill one of the heads and leave the other ones alive.
Our new world and its ideals.
Summoner.
No need.
Do this. The one on the right there is only took 98 damage from that.
Basilio left him wide open.
I will fight with
Let's
pride.
hit that new weakness.
Do I need to do this? I do. Okay. Alright, because he actually got rid of that.
In vain. Give in to the truth. Your fantasy has no meaning whatsoever.
Wonder why he's got 3 faces. Okay, got those debuffs. Really want to dodge that one. Yeah, good. Even if he gets, like, the weakness hit, like, it doesn't matter. He's still screwed anyway, so.
I owe
It's
you
really
one.
good.
Thank you.
There is no
Souls of
power.
kings, give me strength.
I'm
I guess the different faces have different attacks, so that's sort of, like,
Beat him down,
one of the things that's
Basilio.
going on here. Nice proclamation.
Come and get.
Our new world and its ideals have no need.
Maybe not.
How's our MP looking?
This might be a good
I'm gonna
strategy.
pass.
It's my fullest power. I channel my power.
85 damage on that, man. I don't know. I'm guessing that thing just has different magic resist stat or something like that. I have no idea. Nice.
Captain.
I can only imagine how hard this would be if I actually had to fight fair instead of doing the bullshit that I'm doing here, which has finally paid off.
Down,
Vitus
Basilio.
power. Come on.
Our new world and its ideals have no need.
After you.
I pray you're ready.
Although then again, like, Stroll hitting 8 times with that one ability would probably also be clearing this out really fast. Not yet. Do I do this now? Probably not. I don't really need to.
Is there another way?
I guess I'll just do this. Just poke him in the eye a bit.
I call upon a royal
Does it do anything? Not really, but you know, that's what we're doing.
show you.
Just gonna go ahead and hit him with this.
Going for the weak spot.
Okay.
My strong.
Okay, got rid of my buffs.
You defy me.
Still got the dodge. That Blizz ability is probably one of the more dangerous ones he can hit me with.
All right. Yeah.
Come forth, royal soul. I'm right here.
Okay.
My help.
I don't have the buffs right now, so that sucks.
That was helpful.
I can't get around there either.
Here I go.
Okay. I like how he counts as one entity for that sort of thing, but not everything else.
Fight a losing battle.
Alright.
Vitus power. Come on.
He does use mostly AoE attacks, so it kind of doesn't matter as much that I'm doing that, but... It's a bit cheaper.
Even my strength will be needed.
I do see puppets now.
Summoner. I shall put all on the line.
Do they not count?
Who should I beat down first?
I don't think I just didn't notice that they existed this entire time.
Behold.
Beat him down.
It does seem like I am allowed to, It does seem like I'm allowed to kill each of the masters in turn, though, so that seems to be fine.
I feel so heavy.
It's fine.
Still, you defy me.
I like how Basilio's the one that dodges some of these and not me. I always get hit by those ones.
Dancer. You can count on
I
me.
knew you'd help.
Thanks.
This is a surprisingly chill boss fight, but I fully think that that's because of the strategy I went with here.
This may be. I'd rather refrain for
Do
now.
that.
I'm all right.
I will feed it
I'm like not stressing out here at all.
Come and get it.
Watch me. Going for the weak
Let's do
spot.
that.
Please go right ahead.
Here I go. Get wrecked.
Okay. Damn.
Fight a losing battle.
This is so funny to me. Just his inability to have like his main
Come on.
thing, which is like action economy, is supposed to be higher than
I
mine.
behold this power. This might be a good
Just getting like
strategy.
raked over the coals because of that.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Come here.
All right, we got that face
Vitus
down.
power.
I can go another turn without doing that. So,
No.
I don't know. I guess that. 14 damage, fantastic.
This is just what I need.
I'm guessing this guy is like gonna be physical resistant, so I have to hit him with magic is probably the thing.
Light.
What was that?
Sacrifice yourself to the new age.
Okay, well, trying to hit him as hard as we can, I guess. 2 to 4 medium, or extreme to all, or severe to 1. I think that this is probably our better single targets. And it's decent damage. With him being sort of weakened to that, that should be helpful still.
Better be sure.
I don't know what to do about this, though.
Vitus power. I'm right here.
There is no power in your fantasy.
Raging fire!
I don't think we got enough damage off there. Oh no, we got it. I feel like that was probably just barely.
Strength.
I feel like that was only on, I think that was on the cusp of that one.
To the new age.
God damn it. It's especially bad because I'm out of mana on Juna. But he is weakened, so...
Here I go!
Only got 2, that's unfortunate.
I will fight with pride.
Alright, we got that.
Beat him
Come
down,
and get it.
Basilio.
The world of old.
I don't have her MP restoration on here. That's what's going on there.
This should be good.
There we go.
I can do this. I shall confound you.
I should have actually reduced his defense. Oh, well, no, that works out, because he, yeah, did that.
Sacrifice yourself to the new age.
He keeps doing this action, too, so... How many dolls did he... no, it's still just 1, okay.
You better be ready.
The puppet's magless fading.
I have to make sure that Basilio never runs out of MP.
Beat him down, Basilio.
Come on.
Still got a couple more of those.
Basilio versus Masked Dancer. No need
I think
to
we
rush
use
this.
you. Just give you this.
The oasis
I owe you
this
one.
it?
Oh, souls of kings, give me strength.
Oh, awesome souls,
Okay,
do
reduce
your thing.
that.
Let's come forth, royal soul.
Oh. Is this guy not capable of actually doing any more offensive actions? Like, is he just screwed?
To the new age.
He might just be kind of screwed at this point. Oh, these are supposed to be effigies of us. That's what's going on.
This is just what I need.
That's cute. Okay.
Burn!
Take my fullest power.
Erode! The puppet's magless
okay.
fading.
Let's go.
Right in their weak spot. Beat him
I'm right
down,
here.
Basilio.
The world.
Behold
Like, the only thing that's keeping him together is the fact that he's got so many hit points. Like, he's able to last out us pretty effectively, but... Like, I don't have any reason to keep saving anything, so...
Sacrifice yourself to the new age.
I get the feeling, like, whenever he does this, it's like that person gets instant killed or whatever. I wonder who that's supposed to be. It's hard to tell, honestly.
I shall confound you.
Okay.
Right in their weak spot. Beat him down, Basilio.
Come on.
There is no
Okay.
power in your fantasy.
The puppet's magless fading.
Summoner.
Let's do that again.
Sacrifice yourself.
I feel like he legitimately just can't attack back. He just has nothing that he can hit back with. Maybe these aren't actually supposed to be us. I don't know. Who has wavy hair like that?
All right.
Right in their weak spot.
Behold,
Beat him
come
Oh
down,
shit,
forth,
I
Basilio.
royal
didn't kill him.
soul. I'm right here.
The world of
Dancer.
people.
Stubborn, hey? The puppet's magless fading.
Summoner.
I shall confound.
The enemy still stands.
Honestly, we're still hitting him hard enough. It doesn't really matter.
Behold.
Why did I bother doing that? He doesn't attack anymore.
feel so heavy.
Sacrifice yourself to the new
There's
age.
got to be something that he's capable of doing, right? Like, is this it? Like, is he just screwed? What a weird final boss.
Raging fire! Sorry, my mistake. I can do this.
Okay.
I shall put all on the line. I'm sorry, everyone.
Here I go.
Get wrecked! The puppet's mag was
Behold,
fading.
I
Right in their weak spot. Beat him down,
Come and get me.
Yo-Yo.
I should just be hitting him this entire time. Like, I'm wasting a lot just to do nothing.
Stubborn, hey?
He's gonna have another phase, right? That's fine.
Sacrifice yourself to the new age.
That doesn't look like Hulkenberg. It's got, like, pointy ears, so I guess it's just the different races, but not, like, specifically the, people.
Help me finish this.
Berserker!
The puppet's mag was fading.
My world. My
Ultimate payoff for my build. What did your build do, by the way? Like, what did you sort of go for? It's not so much the build, though. It's like the fact that he's in that loop if he can't actually act. Oh, this is Ava shit.
I won't let it end.
This is like giant naked Ray all over again. It's weird that he gets caught in that loop of not being able to use any attack because he's always trying to use the sacrifice thing that doesn't work. Like, that's a bit weird.
You will be a sacrifice. You will sustain the strong. Oh, weak one. Oh, peon.
It's more like Ray after she just changes into Kaoru, actually, but, you know...
His Magla has gone
You want max
out
damage?
of control. At this rate,
So you probably got through it a
even
lot
man
faster
of
than I did.
Louisa's mental strength would lose his grip on sanity.
I went, like, minimum damage.
In the end, even he couldn't escape his own anxiety.
Just chain nukes, yeah.
Then by his own logic, we've got to put him down. The weak deserve to die. The bastard's own words, yeah?
If he saw a threat in our power, then let us wield it.
You can't just believe in nothing. Nobody can rely on themselves alone. It's a pitiful way to live, and it's time we put an end to it.
Luis Guiaban! Here and now, I will strike you down!
Okay, it's time to do this. Give us our final call to arms.
Come on, everyone. Let's go!
Yeah! Hear my prayer. This is our last chance. We've come this far.
Okay.
We've got to end this here and now.
So, do we actually have...
Forward! I'll get some distance.
I'm trying to see if there's other targets here. 99 strength on Protag and Stroll. Why?
Come forth, Royal Soul!
Me and my weak little noodle arms. Okay, well,
Is there
you know.
another way?
I feel like my build is more like canon than yours. Just my sort of feeling on that one.
Not yet.
I'm gonna go ahead and I guess Knight's Proclamation with you.
Come and get me.
This'll be over soon.
What I want to do here is actually find something that like does the full restore, and I can't remember what that is, but I believe I've got something that does that. Dragon Blood Sap. Could also do Arcane Dragon Blood. Says the guy with 99 agility. 99 agility makes sense to me, you know.
I'll go with
That
it.
helped.
Thanks.
Thank you.
There is no
Souls of
power.
kings, give me strength.
I can't comprehend 99 strength. That, like, you know, with arms like these, how can you justify 99 strength, really?
I left him wide open. Let's hit that new weakness.
Oh, we already got that.
Watch me.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do
Going
this.
for the weak spot.
Feel true terror.
An error of extreme intimidation prevents actions. The cold world. Chance of inflicting anxiety. Okay. Why dodge when you can just kill? Because sometimes you can't instantly kill.
Nice one, Captain. His aura's overpowering. I can do this. Making it harder to fight. I channel my power. Hold on.
I'm ready whenever.
So we lose one turn action. That's fine.
Right in their weak spot. Beat him down, Basilio.
Come on.
This is just what I need.
Shall perish.
Do I just rotate through here?
That, sir.
Or do I do this?
This might
I'm gonna
sting.
do this. Well, that sucks. Oh well. This link has been severed. What's that mean?
Nice one, Captain.
Him losing all of that, all those actions just
Take
feels
my
so
full
good.
power. I shall put all on the line.
It's just like he tried to hit me, he lost like 4 actions because of it. He could have killed Basilio instead, but instead, you know, he can't because I taunted him.
Yeah.
Right in their weak spot.
I will.
Beat him down, Basilio. I'll give you the.
You can fail a
performance
dodge, you
of a
always hit hard.
lifetime.
No, you can miss your attack. Your attack could miss.
Please,
I'm gonna
after you.
pass, and then I'm going to use...
Ideals have no need for you.
What was the thing that gave me, like, increased everything? I thought I had a full stat up item, but I can't remember what it was called. Maybe I'm going crazy, or maybe I used it all. I probably used it all. It's that golden fish amber stew thing. Nope, that's physical attack power. Nope. What the hell? Alright, well,
I shall refrain.
your team never misses.
I pray you're ready.
My team has, like, maxed out agility and uses agility amps, and I still miss. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Literal hacks.
Nice one, Captain.
I would be so mad to fight against myself, man. I would be just incredibly salty about it.
Going for the weak spot.
There is no
Souls of
power.
kings, give me strength.
Here I go.
Right in their weak spot.
Come
Beat him
forth,
down,
royal soul.
Basilio.
I'm right here.
The world
Behold this power.
and its
Okay, he's probably gonna just cast a Kunda again. I'm just gonna hit him with something else here. Hamadine?
Purified.
It's like 1,000 damage. It's pretty good.
feel true terror.
It's kind of hard to feel terror against someone who's, you know, done 0 damage. So, I mean, you know, like, I don't know.
Nice
Just,
one,
you know,
Captain.
he's done 0 damage. I don't feel terrified.
Overpowering.
I pray you're ready.
Making it harder to fight.
I shall put all on the line.
Hold on.
Come here.
Right in their weak spot.
Let's
Beat
fight
him
this
down,
power.
Basilio.
Come on.
Okay.
This'll be over soon.
If only your
enough.
doppelganger dragon had your stats, yeah, that would have really sucked.
I'll show you.
It's just like, oh yeah, no, I can't do shit.
Actually, your turn.
Both of us standing here, like, failing to do shit with our noodle arms and our inability to, like, hit each other. Like, we do manage to get the slap in, we just slap the other one, does, like, 5 damage.
Why
Just gets
can you
healed.
not understand my ideals?
I understand them, they just suck.
The Nidia, a foolish people, fearing and denying solitude. Be gone from this world.
Denying solitude? Do they deny solitude? I don't know.
What's happening?
So does he just instantly kill Juna or something like that?
God, nice one, Captain.
I don't know. Alright, we seem to be fine.
Right in their weak spot.
It's okay.
Beat him down, Basilio.
Let's go Knight's Proclamation.
Come and get me.
But I need my stat back up.
There is no
Just what I need.
in your fantasy.
Let's do,
Please, after you.
I can do
this.
I channel my power.
This
Luck.
See?
Come on.
That's what I was talking about.
Come
Oh
forth,
god,
royal
okay.
soul.
She was actually the person with probably the lowest accuracy, but still, you know. A tribe condemned.
We gotta wake her up.
That attack.
Oh, you hit me. Jeez.
Nice one, Captain.
Okay, let's have, you.
Summoner. Someone, quick! Get her back on her feet! Healing power.
I knew you'd help.
Time for my grand comeback!
I owe you one.
Okay, cool. Cool attack, bro.
Right in their weak spot.
Let's
Beat
go.
him down, Basilio.
I'm right here.
Masked dancer.
Okay, we'll have to do this for a turn.
Might sting.
Feel true terror.
What a cheap ability, though. It's just like, oh yeah, we can just instantly kill someone because of racism. It's like, thanks, racist. Ow. Okay, that really sucks.
Done. Nice one, Captain. His aura's overpowering. Here I go. It's making it harder to fight. Just hold on.
No, not this.
Wonder what that counts as. Does this work?
No use holding back.
Got out the south.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Yeah, that works. Okay.
Captain, you've got your defenses down.
Trivial.
Come and get me.
I'll show you. Keep it together.
I knew you'd help.
There's so much healing in this team that even if I do get unlucky and they do land hits, it doesn't really matter.
My strength.
You fight a losing battle.
Still dodge one of them. Alright.
The captain's anxiety is overwhelming.
This does slow me down in a
Can't
bad
let him
way,
get
though.
hit.
This should help.
The fact that my stats are down is bad. I need to get Juno to fix that.
A bunch of ailments slowing you down, Captain.
Yeah, the stat down thing also sucks.
I'll give you. Behold this power. You can count on me.
Got out the south.
Thank you. Summoner. This may be I'd rather refrain for now.
You better be ready.
Right in their weak spot. Beat him down,
Okay.
Basilio.
The negative stat is gonna suck here, but
Born of fantasy. It must not be.
why not? Alright, his chances of hitting me are pretty high right now, I think. Nope, there we go.
Captain.
Okay.
You've got a bunch of ailments slowing you down, Captain.
Come and
Those
get
go
me.
away, but he'll probably refresh them.
Watch me. No need to worry.
I owe you one.
That was helpful. I pray you're ready. I shall put all on the line to help me finish this.
Oh, awesome souls, do your thing.
Oh god. Well,
Feel true terror.
that came at a really bad time. Because I could have gotten my stats back up that turn.
Sorry, a foolish.
He's got a power that can wipe out an entire tribe. We have to do something.
He only knocks him unconscious, it's fine.
Feel true terror.
I know what you're thinking.
Fight a losing.
Gained 4, lost all.
His aura's
Alright.
overpowering.
You know what?
It's making it harder to fight. Just hold on. Don't unmask.
Alright, screw it. We're doing that.
Keep it together.
Thanks.
Thank you.
You've got a bunch of ailments slowing you down, Captain.
The enemy still stands.
Here I go.
Right in their weak spot. Beat him down, Basilio.
Okay, let's do this.
Come on.
This is just what I need. Let's keep cool.
That helps.
Do this.
I owe you one.
I am grateful.
He's probably gonna, like, remove all my buffs, but whatever, it's fine.
I shall put all on the
Is he
line.
gonna be dead after this, actually?
All right.
Nope, not quite. I finally get to do this again, though. That's all that really matters.
My fate.
There we go. Okay. Got things running up the way it needs to be again.
We gotta help her. Let's get some use out of
I
this.
rejoin the fray. Everyone is counting on me. After
Do
you.
this. Probably dead.
Has it come to this?
Alright.
My world!
Well, like that combination that I have, it works. It works. It's very silly.
Why? Why is it still beyond me?
The heck?
Dawn breaks.
Well, I didn't have to redo that fight a million times, which is nice. Skyrock is still inexplicably there.
Look! He's done it! He's finally beaten Luis!
Who is third? Or second? Who is that? Who's that other face on there? Is that Lewis?
Does this mean he's won?
I don't actually understand how this is going the way it's going, but whatever, it's fine.
He did it.
Not yet.
Oh yeah, no, he's still alive.
Have my ideals. Witness!
Huffing his spray paint and going, witness me? Okay, well.
Everyone's fighting their fear and anxiety. Nobody knows for sure what's right. And even through all that, the people have declared you king!
We fight for more than justice. Show him our will against his. Show him the fall of his world.
Hold fast to your ideals! 'Tis your sworn duty as king!
You've wielded the power of kings. It's time to stop following in their footsteps. Now it's your turn to take your place with them.
The heck?
Your fantasy is
Oh,
not
it's
but
just
lies!
same phase, okay. I thought they would have another new one.
What? What's going on?
You know what would be very funny as an anticlimactic end to this is if, like, Skyrock loses all of its magic power, but then plummets down on the capital and kills everybody. Skyrock's just like, my work here is done. Just leaves the magic and then just falls down.
Now, die!
We know. Fantasy is more than an empty dream. It's a dream. With the power to change the world!
Not a huge fan of just, you know, Kamehameha Blast, so I guess I was going Super Saiyan. Oh, no, okay. King Archetype. I don't know why it's big. Oh, it's not big, actually. Interesting.
Damn you!
Hey, it is my build. No, it's not my build. It actually killed him. If it was my build, he would have, like, hit him with the sword and would have just gone donk. Save the country. 10-star difficulty. I don't think I've actually saved the country yet. I think I've just saved it from a thing. This nation has some hope for a future. Great.
That must be the Lord that governs Utopia and all worthy champions. The hero's archetype. The king.
I thought you and your entire, like, realm were disintegrating, or why are you still here?
I see. At long last, fantasy has become a force that frees people from anxiety. A harbinger of change for a deadlocked reality.
I don't know if that's exactly how I put that, but okay. Oh, now you're disintegrating from existence. Okay, well. Oh no, you're transforming into...
The people have chosen my son. With that, my tremendous gamble hath borne fruit.
Can you call this a gamble? Your gamble was, in your mind, a 0% chance of working because you thought I was dead, because I was dead, because I'm now, like, fanfic OC of... Okay, well, you know what? Fine, okay.
Thus it is that my duty here draws to a close.
And then he just leaves and Skyrock plummets to the ground, killing everybody. Okay, great.
And now, the novel you wrote with such passion will finally begin a new chapter.
This voice... is that... could it be? But how?
What do you mean, but how? You're also dead.
While flames swept through the sanctum, I cast a final spell to abandon my body and survive in soul. I became an immaterial being among the fairies.
What do you mean? He's also dead. You could just say you're both in the whatever.
I had to, so I might provide guidance to the child on his most perilous path.
The power of the archetypes. Was that your doing?
No. All I did was awaken them to it. My voice carried the words they needed to hear. That power is no great and rare treasure. It is something that might be grasped by anyone with the will to change the world. And anyone has the power to change the world. Those children proved as much.
Even a small racist child? Well, he did change himself, and that is where you start.
Now, that boy has grasped the courage of a warrior. All dragons who still roamed the continent have fallen by his hand.
Oh, that makes me feel kind of bad. Did I commit dragon genocide? That's not good.
For what greater embodiment of the impossible is there than a dragon? And he now possesses the power and will to quell those forces.
I see. Then he is not so weak a child that I must hold his hand.
You are also dead, so even if you did have to, it's not like you could.
I am truly sorry. I lost all the power I once knew. I saw the sanctum burn, and you. I lost you. Once they took our child from me, all my remaining hope went with him. And so I placed my faith in the royal magic. I believed that if this world would choose him, there would still be hope.
You thought I was dead, old man. Yeah, you literally extincted an entire species of mystical beings. Yeah, I feel really bad about that now. Oh, God.
This shall do. That boy's fight, and ours, is finally over.
Game is really struggling to run for some reason here.
The people no longer need some mystic relic or some lofty magics to soothe their fears. They have found the strength to overcome it within. Provided they can turn their anxiety into strength and never stop walking toward the unknown, reality will ever change. Their world shall be one full of possibility.
This isn't about the throne anymore. It marks the beginning of a new era, led by those who are truly worthy of the people's trust. Almost the appointed time now. The day is dawning on a new king's reign. And with it, my true passing. However, if I may truly end my life with pride in my boy, and my love at my side. I've no regrets.
You've been dead this entire time. It's not really up to you here.
It's been a long road to this moment, hasn't it?
It has indeed. But for our son, a new journey now begins.
I like how he's using priceless and expensive gems as paperweights for his picture of a cat. That's like the most bougie thing you could do. Did you have to disintegrate your copy of my favorite book? Right, well, whatever. I think that is still Lewis's head that's in second. That makes no sense.
Heed me, all people of the kingdom. Dawn breaks, and the appointed hour hath come.
I feel like if it's this blue out, dawn has broken for a while.
He speaks. With the announcement of our new king, everything finally ends.
I now settle the long-contested succession to the throne. They who hath gathered the most faith from their subjects amassed. They who have overcome this fierce contest. The throne's new sovereign, I now reveal. Behold, your new king of your kingdom united.
We're the United Kingdom. Oh no. This eyeball. This rock is now your new king.
Look! It's him! Yeah!
Gordon was still around for a while. He has a little update tick rate. Huh. Maybe.
Yay! Look! Look, that's him, isn't it? He won!
It's my mysterious identical twin that's been campaigning alongside in the background this entire time.
He certainly did, love. He really did.
It's the new twist ending.
I still can't believe it. That boy pulled it off. His Majesty, the new king.
The one that beat up and or killed all his contestants, you know.
I won't accept it! The new king is Count Louis.
Is Lewis even alive?
You can't just crown his son after all. That's cheating, that is. Rise up, people! Riot!
I mean, that is actually normally what you would do. You would just crown your son. That is unfortunately how that works.
Disorderly conduct will not be permitted.
Like you could stop them.
Settle down. The tournament is over. Our new king has been decided, and the royal capital falls under His Majesty's rule. Threaten it, and you shall face the wrath of the Crown Theocracy's warrior monks.
Bloody fantastic. They really did it.
That still looks like, you know, I wouldn't be cheering for that kind of face. That still looks very ominous.
Quietude descended once again upon the royal capital, and the day of the new king's coronation arrived.
Okay, great. So, unfortunately, I wasn't able to avoid the fate that has been thrust upon me. Which does suck, but, you know, maybe I can advocate.
Boy, the coronation really crept up on us. There's a lot of people in the crowd.
I still like that. I like that I'm still just wearing my random ass outfit of whatever the hell this is. I hope I can do this.
Don't tell me you're nervous. After everything we survived already, stage fright should be nothing for you.
All the same, my heart's pounding out of my chest.
Good thing I don't need it.
Is it? Nothing you're not used to then. It's just like with the archetypes. Just keep your head high.
It'll be fine. We'll keep the crowd warmed up for you.
Your newfound dignity suits you well, Your Highness. Ah, but I suppose you have outgrown that title.
Technically not, but sort of yes. I understand that sometimes they do use different ones for different
Your
whatever.
Majesty. Yes, that too suits you well.
Yeah, I know that they can use those differentially, but I also know that you can just use them interchangeably. So, either way, I don't like either of them.
By the way, saw some of them Senate fat cats hovering about, acting like they've been supporting us from the start, of course. Always on the winning side, eh?
Better than the alternative, no? Especially since we've got some Luis diehards among the people.
It's fine, we'll get them in the purges.
I hear that many are concerned about his proficiency with statecraft. To be honest, I'm not so sure myself.
Their concern is justified. It's not as though I swayed the entire kingdom to my idealistic views.
Juna will stand as moderator at the podium. His Majesty will only be asked for a few brief answers.
Wait, this is an interview? I don't think that's how this goes. I think I'm supposed to just wave politely and go through some sort of weird multi-hour long ritual where they give me like a stick or something like that, and then like after talking for 5 hours they give me like a crown or something, and then we have to do some other sort of weird ceremony where I walk around in a slow circle in some place. I don't know.
First, the people would know how you aim to lead them. How will you respond to that, Your Majesty?
We have the power to change the world. All of us. I know I'm inexperienced, but I'll strive to do my utmost. With all of you at my side.
That's fine. The people have about had it with pompous monologues. Better to say what you mean with determination.
I feel like that comes for later. I'm supposed to be doing this after the coronation and some other thing.
There are a lot of people in the crowd who have never supported you. How are you going to respond to them?
Purges.
I'll have to let my work prove my words. With results, I hope everyone can feel that our future will be brighter.
You went from a nobody to the top seat in the nation. No need to puff up and bluster anymore, what? You'll do fine.
Wasn't I technically like the crown prince to the king? I feel like this is actually a much more straightforward, linear thing. Which is unfortunate, but, you know, whatever.
A ruler must only stand tall. The rest is not done alone. We are with you.
Are you calling me a figurehead? Because, I mean, that doesn't sound that bad.
Indeed. And we're no strangers to more practical work. Whatever our tasks, I'm sure we can handle them.
Ah, Stroll, you're offering to do the purges. Fantastic. I know I could trust you.
Well, it is time to make your first appearance as our king. Let us brace ourselves.
Good luck.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thanks for always having my back.
Well, let's go. To His Majesty, the new king.
Wait, so what the hell did happen to Skyrock? When you were the prince for a long time, not even you, especially not me. You know, other people we tried to trick, so some of them actually did think I was the prince.
All right, a warm welcome, please. His Majesty, the new king. Your Majesty, you're so young.
Please. My king, your subjects would hear how you intend to lead them.
Relax, okay? Take it easy and use your own words.
In reality, you'd have a speechwriter for this sort of thing.
As a ruler, I've much to learn. I cannot say what I'll accomplish. And yet, I believe the world can change by our hand. And to that end, I will face any odds.
Now, Your Majesty, a few more words. Naturally, some under your rule now supported other
I wonder if
people
this
in the
varies
race.
based on like what I
How do you
answered
respond
earlier.
to their voices?
There will be times I let you down. I know that.
I think this is based on
Only
what you said
results
earlier.
can prove
Okay.
my intent. But still, even should you oppose your king, you can always believe in your own future. I will make sure of it.
You know, we're supposed to have, like, audience plants that start clapping. Where's Batlin?
Dreams and fantasies are always in reach. Twill surely be a challenge.
He's not doing his job if he's not the first person clapping for me.
There you go. If you can pull that off, you'll be the finest king we've known. Well then, this is it. Your attention, please.
Oh god, that looks hideous.
No lord remains for you to kneel before. Please take the crown with your own hands, my king.
I think you are actually supposed to have some other person put it on your head, is typically how that goes, but whatever. Yeah, that thing's god-awful. I hate it. That looks like poking an eye out waiting to happen, honestly. Mine or someone else's.
Long have I awaited the arrival of this day. This journey has reached its end. He came to know the goodness of a hero's heart, and became the king his people had always hoped for.
I thought the king the people had always hoped for was, like, probably not me, honestly. I don't know.
But as this journey ends, so another begins. I'd like you to watch over him on his path for a little longer yet.
I wonder if there's multiple endings based on your other choices throughout the game, because they had a few things.
Of the new king.
This is where they tell me I'm shit as a king and I get to abdicate. It's like, you're bad at this job. I agree. Let me out. Also, where did Skyrock go? Is it just gone? Did it take the palace with it?
Hey, heard the news? They're finally reopening that mage academy that got closed down.
You don't say. The famous one deep in the Montario Mountains. Really? I'm impressed.
It's a tourist attraction. You can see a frozen saintess there.
They've even paved a proper mountain road. And get this, the headmistress is none other than Lady Juna.
That feels incorrect. I don't think she would do that kind of nerd work.
What? The songstress?
Well, she is one of the king's 6 partisans. If she managed to help save the world from Luis, I expect she knows a thing or two about magic.
I feel like that would be a very dull job for her, but, you know, whatever.
Sounds like they plan to fully open the magic researchers' findings to the people, too. Quite a turn from when the late Sanctifex banned it.
It landed nice and gentle.
Makes sense to me. After the clash between His Majesty and Luis last year, everyone knows you don't really need an igniter to use magic.
And that's just today's news. It's surprise after surprise, ever since us church folk got the boot from the palace.
Oh, we did purge them. Fantastic. It's hard to believe it's already been a full year. Only natural that there would be still be unrest among the people.
Even the royal knights. Their leadership was bound to the church more than anything. And now he's out on his ear too. And replaced by Sir Jaime Noctul, no less.
You believe that? The royal knights, led by a Uchief, of all things. Though he's one of the 6 partisans himself. When he speaks, everyone listens.
I don't know that anyone in that group should be called partisans on account of they just facilitated the standard, like, coronation of the, you know, heir apparent from whatever, so, you know, not really partisan activity, really.
Even Parliament now invites citizen representatives to hearings. Strange to think we'd been deaf to the voice of the people until now.
Hey, we have a parliament. Fantastic. Make them do shit.
It's unbelievable, compared to the days of the autocrats. How swiftly the times change, eh?
Why do the buildings look different?
Credit where it's due. I think it's thanks to His young majesty. Remember last year's coronation? Unprecedented, that. Saw heroes of all different tribes celebrating the king's victory. Celebrating among the common folk, even. They tell me some of the younger aristocrats have taken to calling it the Great Reconciliation.
I mean, you can call it that, but, you know, until they actually get anything out of it.
It really is a tragedy. what happened to his father, the king. But considering how his sons turned out, I hope he's at peace.
He's probably still locked in that room, hasn't figured his way out still.
Indeed. Yet the real test is still to come. The first year has seen a lot of good, but we've still got our share of problems.
We're always going to have a share of problems, asshole. Figure out how to deal... What the hell? People are smiling more now, but smiles won't solve the multitude of problems we still face.
Speaking of His Majesty, I've also heard some folks saying they've seen a boy wandering around these parts who looks just like him. You don't suppose...
It's my new fanfic OC. Ever since I got cooped up in the, castle, I fantasized about being able to leave and created a fictional character that could go out and do that.
Ah, can't be. Without his escorts? Besides, what business would a king have in this place?
Buying bread, apparently.
Suppose you're right.
Mountains upon mountains of appeals from the people. How many days will this take to sort?
Did I make you wear that hat, or did you
After all
decide
the
to wear
trouble
that
you took
hat?
to flee politics. And somehow you're now the preeminent ladyship of your house. Such is fate.
I guess Resistance tend to like that kind of hat, I guess. I don't
It's
know.
passed in surprising peace, hasn't it? Honestly, with the royal scepter disappearing like that, I feared more dissent.
Perhaps after Luis, they swore they could never let that happen again. Either way, more and more are dealing with conflicts calmly and openly. Promising.
It promises that I'll have an eternally cluttered desk.
Here, Your Majesty. I've brought in the next load. And there we go. Not half bad, right? Hey! Isn't the king supposed to be here?
Didn't I also say I was going to offload?
I've said countless times not to leave unannounced.
How did they not notice I was gone all this time?
All this decoration doesn't suit me. How did Luis and Forden put up with all this damn finery?
You're a noble, Stroll.
Your Majesty? Are you here? Juna's back from her inspection.
Apologies, Troll. I'll look for him now.
Wait! I'm coming with you! Oh, good grief. Some things never change. Not that they should.
I'd say life has changed plenty for us. Yet somehow our captain's same as he ever was.
Managed to dodge out of here real fast. I thought I said I was going to put Yufa's brother to work. Where's he? Get him to come in here and do paperwork.
And then, well, I might have got a bit too fresh with them stuck-up sanctists. But those bloody church folk been looking down on us for years, you know?
What do you mean by a bit too fresh? You know, did you just yell at them, or does this mean you stabbed one in the throat?
Still, it was other sanctists what stepped in to keep things peaceable too. I reckon they're not all bad. Guess me cogs turning. They lost both their Santifex and the Saint Lady last year. Got their own struggles, I expect.
Yeah, and the new king's just like one that is not going to be very friendly to them. As authority weakens, power falls to the hands of those who have never wielded it. Must ensure it does not corrupt and give rise to new conflict. It will.
Not like it excuses all of them or makes me want to go up and shake a sanctor's hand, but you really put some perspective on it.
Okay, so it sounds like you didn't shiv one in the throat, so that's fine then.
I believe you'll come to understand them.
You know what, lad? You're all right. You ever need some good, honest work? I'll get you squared, eh?
I'd love that, thank you. Glad to see more optimism in the world. Still, it will take more than that to affect true change. I must not make any public appearances, except in, like, pretending to not be...
wandering around without your escorts again. How is it, being able to hear the city's honest thoughts? If you told them you're the king, it'd knock them sideways. Sorry you ended up coming all this way. Maria's actually out on an errand right now.
And I suppose I'll wait until she comes back.
You sure? That girl always ends up on detours. No telling how long she'll be.
That's okay, I also do that.
Either way, best keep your head down. You know what happens when you're too obvious about this. Sooner or later, the Lady Captain of the Royal Guard...
Oh, there you are! I knew we'd find you here, for crying out loud!
Phew. So you were here.
Speak of the devil.
Let us return, Your Majesty. And I thought I had informed you that Juno would be back from her expedition today.
I have a few stops left in the city, though.
You do know I practically sprinted out the gates to find you. 'Tis settled. I shall come with you on every excursion.
Not dressed like that, you won't. You know how we like snooping around, inconspicuously.
Even if she dressed differently, she's bad at inconspicuous, I feel like.
Point taken.
He'll be fine. His Majesty is not about to fall prey to some alleyway scoundrel, surely.
I don't know, I feel like I would talk to them and they'd say, hey, how do you like eating this kind of bug? And I'll give them the wrong answer, and then I'll, absorb that information and talk to another child and then give them the wrong answer, and feel really bad about it.
Right, Your Majesty. If you see Maria about, do slow down for a chat. She'll be shattered if she finds out she just missed you.
Fine. Now, Your Majesty, once your business here is finished, please make sure you return to the palace with all swiftness.
All right.
Let's go!
Might be praying at the Grand Cathedral just like back then. Before heading to the Grand Cathedral, why not go talk to everyone else first? They're all in the royal capital to prepare for the New Year, so let's find them. Can I start within here, I guess? Can I finally see what that other bedroom looks like?
Cheers.
Oh, if it isn't His Majesty in the flesh visiting the honeybee again, you're quite the whimsical one, aren't you? Yeah, it makes sense that he would know who I am. I doubt you still need someone to covertly sniff around in order to supply with information. No, I think that I need that more than ever. But I must say, it was a pleasure doing business with you. I can understand why Alonso likes you so much. Think that the king of our country would sneak over to my tavern without so much as a single bodyguard with him. You never changed, do you? I do think that it would be very unlikely that any individual person could actually kill me at this point in time on account of a lot of factors, really. But the city hasn't changed either. Sunshade Row isn't as safe as one might hope it would be under your rule. Still, why don't you pay Maria a visit before you head back to the palace? It'd definitely make her day. It looks the same. What the? It's the room that Hulkenberg and the others used before. I never did get permission to enter this room. But I want to know what it looks like. Let's see here. There's those pictures over there that are all the ones that have been added up. I've never been able to, inspect them, have I? Oh, you can. So I created the drawings that I gave to Maria. Yeah, I've never actually bothered trying to see if you could actually click on this, because I did notice them, but I just never clicked on it. Gloomy how some of them are just literally dead bodies. Someday I think it'd be great if I could take Maria to all these places and have her see these sights in person with her own eyes. We have a teleporter. We literally could teleport. And even if not, it would be like a 1-week road trip to see, most of those. Alright, whatever.
Come now.
When you finish your business outside the palace, please promise me you'll return to resume your duties. If you take this as my pressure on you not to venture out, that's not it at all. Only that as Captain of the Royal Guard, I must know your whereabouts at all times. Relax, Hulkenberg. You needn't be so serious, Hulkenberg. Lighten up, maybe. She would be very, very in trouble if I did get murdered, though, so, I mean, she has a reason. You mean to say I'm too fussy? Well, 'tis only proper for the Captain of the Royal Guard, that is true. To be overfamiliar would set a poor example. Imagine the scandalized face of the rank-and-file guard.
Of course.
That said, not a days go by that I don't reflect on our travels now only a year past. I own regaining my pride as a knight to that journey. It's but a wanderer searching in vain for the prince, and it was through you that I learned he outlived, and in the end it was your ascent to the throne that I supported.
And so?
Never tire the faces the younger guard make when I tell them of the time you acted as my witness to my duel. Rodanth. I was able to face him with eyes forward and put my past behind. What happened to that guy? Please say the knights today are nothing like what they were under Rodanth's command. Soldiers take up the sword not for those in power, but for the people, and as champions of the people yourself, we will all do all in our power to protect you, our king. She's been teaching all of the guard to, like, fight the same way that she does, so most of them are dead, but, you know, other than that...
Well...
Do not make it easy by sneaking out of the palace as you do, though I suspect the soldiers are getting used to your chaotic tendencies. They know they protect not just the king, but a ruler who stands beside his people and hears their voices in clarity and truth. I'll protect you with my life. It was always indebted to do blah blah blah. Okay.
What do you want to do?
Who are you? Hurt man. Oh, there's a mug I haven't forgotten. You're the king now, ain't you? First time I saw you was the night before the royal funeral, if I recall. No offense, but you didn't exactly look like a prince. Think you'd go on to take down the notorious Lewis and seize the crown for yourself. I couldn't make up such a story if I tried. Speaking of wild stories, can't you do something about Sunshade Row? What's bothering you? Well, I know the rep old Sunshade Row has. Poor, dirty, but people still struggle to put food on the table here. Have been for a long time. There's a good bloke, and I think he'll make a fine king, but don't think you can just spruce the place up a bit and that'll solve the problem. Yeah, no, that would... I'm not sure that gentrifying here is the right answer. You're right. Yeah, no, I probably should not do that. It doesn't mince words, but I'm glad he's being honest at least.
You're not serious.
Okay. Oh. The most storied place in the world will surely find new footing with Lady Yufa making great efforts as one of the king's 6 partisans. Wish I could say we are free to worship as we please, but that stream's still among the clouds for the moment. I don't know why they can't.
Let's go see.
No more over there. Haha, still can't believe it. No, how many times to see it, the king ain't walking out of the honeybee. City's pretty much back to how it was compared to this time last year. If Lewis had ended up king, who knows where we'd be now. You'd all be humans, which, you know, I guess that's one thing. Someone vacuuming right outside my home. That's fine. There's that whole tournament nonsense, so nobody could keep their mouth shut while that was going on. If I was a damn fool like me was concerned, the whole lot of you might as well have just been telling the truth. You and Lewis were just 2 sides of the same coin. Take no offense, will ya? Not like I can tell a lie from the truth if I tried. Nope, still got the gallows here. That's, not great. Can we get rid of that? Alonzo, what are you doing here? Aren't you always in the other place? Why, hello, your majesty. It's only been a year since your coronation, but I see you've become quite apt at sneaking away from your palatial duties. Under constant fire from knaves of all trades, con artists and critics alike, your opening act has been rather tumultuous, no? Hadn't even noticed. Oh, has it? I hadn't noticed. How kingly an answer, never missing an opportunity to display how capable you are. Commendable. Besides, most of those agitators are the kind of scum that stirs the pot in hopes that they might benefit from the country's turmoil. Aren't you one of those? Nothing I couldn't handle, of course. All in day's work for the Royal Adjutant to the Citizens' Council. Quite an ally I've made, I should hope. Royal Adjutant, so he's a helper, basically, of the Citizens' Council. So I guess he's the go-between to the members of Parliament who are for the proletariat. Okay.
Hey.
Wonder if my mother would be the slightest bit proud to see who I've become. That I'm doing my damnedest to use my talents for good, as I always should have. There's no doubt in my mind. I hope so. I was such a problem child. You still are a problem, but you know what? It's fine. You're my problem. I'd like to make this a country where honest folks like my mother can be happy.
Now that you mention it...
Ah, that reminds me. Do you remember Deturum, my hometown landlord? He told me to send you his regards. He's since confessed his crimes and is awaiting trial. You were the one who awakened his conscience. So that only took, like, a year. Makes sense, doesn't it? You've proven your ideals to be true. That's why the country is doing so well. There's nothing more to it. I'm hardly qualified to speak of pride, but if this country has one, it's you, and I'm proud to be among its people. Great. Perhaps under your rule the day will come that even we Nydia can walk about freely in our true forms. I don't know why you can't, honestly. People will just think you're little children. It's not like we force children to, like, stay inside houses because they're not allowed to be seen by people. You could just pretend you're kids. Ah, you're curious about what I look in the true form? I'd be happy to oblige, but let's save that for another time, shall we? I'm assuming you just look like a little kid. Not that interested. Well, they did at least clean up the corpses.
This place.
Last year they were so awful, but lately the gallows are hardly getting any use. That's because we've started using the guillotine.
This place is really...
Your Majesty, what are you doing in this wretched sinkhole of a... Maybe better than it was before, but this is still Sunshade Row. It's no place for a king, Your Majesty. Sure, folks are hanging for nothing these days, but there's still no shortage of knaves who will die at the end of the rope here. As long as there's injustice, there'll be people who think it gives them a free pass, which means there'll be gallows. Last year changed a lot, big and small. I'll hold my post here, hoping the next year is better rather than worse.
This place has really changed.
What do you do? Hey, out inspecting it again? Seems the right pain to me, but I appreciate you going to all the effort. All's well? Making your rounds?
Hey.
Yeah, Captain of the Tradian Brigade porting in, and I'm pleased to report that there's nothing to report, Your Majesty, so I'm taking a break. But a mouthful, isn't it? Still not used to calling myself a captain besides. We've been taking in some survivors from Lewis's troops, you know, but don't you worry, I've got 2 eyes on them even when I ain't looking. The way I see it, they aren't the ones trying to make the world worse. I just gotta show them how power is supposed to be used, yeah? I write to you that there's less discrimination in the city these days. Fewer and fewer return to a life of crime to make ends meet. If Del could see Grand Tread today, his eyes would bug out, and not just Del, a lot of the guys who didn't make it. Wish they could have been here.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. But as long as we keep him in our memory, it's as close to the same as we can get, Vinca included. Built this piece with a lot of blood and tears. Mostly blood. So I say those of us who made it this far owe it to all of them who didn't, to protect it. Yeah, we got nothing to report today, but it's not like bad people just stop being bad because you're king now.
Thank you.
Been through a lot, though, so thanks for not giving up on us, or the world for that matter. Spot any trouble I didn't spot first, you just point me at it, I'll solve it quick like. By murdering it.
Oh.
Very well. Well, I see our king is out in some personal business, eh? I believe Hulkenberg was searching for you, but I suppose it's none of my business who comes or goes. I'm on break myself. So he knew where I was.
Just.
Only try not to frustrate your royal guards overmuch, They'll take their duties quite seriously, much like their captain. Bah, who am I kidding? A knight who smiles is surely a myth. That's become clear to me since becoming titled. Aren't you a knight? Weren't you a knight before? What could be more bizarre? Egypt outcast once wanted a criminal with a bounty ass head made knight commander? There was, of course, some opposition at first, but the more heart-to-heart talks I've had, the more accepting they've become, albeit gradually. They didn't need to look further than the outcast who became their king.
True.
Indeed, you face no shortage of persecution, and look at you now. Grand titles and posts across the nation are no different, spread across all the tribes. I realized over the past year just how much a nation is defined by its people. No matter how great a king, he alone does not a country make.
However,
he stands for those very people, a symbol and representative. That the king and those around him are mixed tribes, it has already caused a great shift in sentiment, even for those in the rural villages.
Now that you mention it.
Just how is Dadari these days?
Yes.
He seems as busy as he can handle now that they've resumed trade with other villages. Your coronation inspired that village to greater heights, provided that barriers can be broken, proved that barriers can be broken, and that even they could take the first step. New ones are blowing in every corner of the country. I'll have to make another trip back home with my son to see the changes for myself soon enough. And someday, I hope distant generations will grow up only knowing conflict born of tribal differences from history books.
We shall.
We have ways to go before that day comes, but until it does, let us forge a path towards it, Your Majesty. Okay.
Brilliant.
Let's see here. That leaves area. Let's check everyone else down this way.
Really changed.
Nope. No one up here.
Well, I sure don't
Small racist child still hanging in the same corner? Yes, he is. Doesn't look a day older than he did last year somehow. Neither Lewis nor Forden took the crown. It was an Elda of all people. I guess our bets were completely off the mark. I mean, if Lewis had taken the throne, it also still would have been an Elda. Yeah, well, something stinks about it. Magic was at work, so who knows? And did you hear the rumor?
Oh.
They're saying those disgusting humans are our ancestors. Nothing but crazy stories since the new king took the throne. King held it together this year, but who knows if he'll last another. Sounds like seditious treason. Let's go get him. Whoa, Elda, you really became king. King. Hey, king. Oh, king. Ha ha ha. He's grown class consciousness. He's no longer decided to mock me for my race, but instead he has decided to mock my authority and title. You know what? I think I like this better. You know, he gets it. I think this is good. He's directed his class antagonisms towards the correct people. Why, Your Majesty, surely your kingness has no further need of my paltry sums for your mag. Besides, I hear the Mage Academy's been restored. Is it true anyone of any status can attend? Original magic. You were trying to end reliance on igniters? Only a matter of time till accumulators like this are obsolete then. No, because if you use archetypes, you still need this bullshit. I think that's great, personally. It's probably about time to shut this operation down anyway. Not that I expect the Igniter Consortium would let it go without a fight. Lycon would stand with you, of course, but they're not infallible either. I don't know necessarily that we still wouldn't need this stuff. I'm pretty sure we would. Seems rumors of the king running around about in Sunshade Row are true. Aha, I have no intention of prying now. Thank you for besting Lewis. I get to keep running my shop. Wasn't sure I could, with the sky turning red here. I mean, actually probably would have had more weapon sales with the sky being like that. Not sure we could take another war. What worries you? Nothing in particular. Didn't say that because I think it'll happen. Just that nothing ever goes quite the way you think it will, eh? That's true. As long as people worry, people will want weapons. So I guess I'll be in business a good while longer.
All very nice. Well, well.
Ex-candidate Julian, is that how we still refer to him? Your Majesty, running around Sunshade Row at this time of year? You must have some very particular tastes. Well, you're also here. Perhaps you've heard, there's unrest across the land as the oppressed are rising up in revolt against their oppressors. Good.
Yes.
Or perhaps that news hasn't reached your walled garden here in Grand Trad. History books may not be kind to this area. Shouldn't they rise up? Goodness, if I didn't know any better, I'd say you just endorse rebellion. Don't you realize how your dangerous ideology has become the spark of new threats? Good. Permanent revolution. The dim-wit of the world only fan the flames with their anxiety, but be it people or monsters, to be dissatisfied isn't our nature.
Thank you,
Welcome.
My, if it isn't His Majesty, you always were partial to Sunshade Row, weren't you? I know you've hardly had a chance to warm that throne of yours, but people here are as poor as they've ever been. Money's the only way anyone gets out. It was big news that the Mage Academy reopened to anyone, but thinking about it, only the rich can travel up to a mountain. Sorry, I shouldn't talk your ears off about politics. There's a new year to ring in. Looking forward to a more relaxing new year without all the frantic work. Have a happy new year yourself, Your Majesty.
Thank you kindly.
Yeah, putting schools here would probably be better than putting it in a goddamn mountain.
You're kidding.
Gluckham. Oi, been a while now. You must remember me. I'm Sergeant Gluckham the Great. I remember you. Yep, this was in Lewis's, yeah, okay. You seem well. Of course I am. It's the end of your year and all, so why wouldn't I be? And Grad Tran's got a fine selection of ales, too. It'd be a shame to not make the most of it. But, you know, I've been trying to cut back, actually. When we lost Fidelio, God rest his soul, drink was the only thing that kept me from going mad.
Oh, I guess.
Certainly couldn't follow Lewis after that, so leaving the Gradrius was sound. But still hard for a Parapus to find decent work. Turning my life away seemed the way to go. I assumed all of us from Lewis' side who survived would have been sent straight to the gallows, but letting us join the brigade, well, real generous of you. Not sure I would have fit in anywhere else, speaking plain. Plus, with old Basilio in charge, we're feeling right at home. Shouldn't he tell you to stop drinking more? That was what let me sneak past you and, you know, screw around with your place where you're supposed to be protecting the last time. Now I'm back to drinking for the fun of it, and I owe it all to you, Your Majesty. You're all right. Well, sure, whatever. I wonder where that gigantic Juna fan went. Oh, this is the lady that likes donations. Oh, it's you. Thanks for your contributions. Our work fighting against discrimination is slowly gaining attention. That the new king is Elda, with people from every tribe in key positions, is also probably a major factor. Still, we can't expect to end something so deeply rooted with the snap of our fingers. I'm going to keep doing my best to support those who've suffered. Oh, good. Potion shop.
Oh, but which
Hey, Your Majesty, listen to this. We just had a guest in the store claiming to be the chief of Etria. Did he look like a fashion model? Because if he did, then that was probably him, yeah. He said he wanted ingredients for the withering potion they use on the island, and how should I put this? The Mustari village chief. He's rather, easy on the eyes. Ah, yeah, no, that was him then. Okay. Wait, sorry, forget about that. I swear I had a point. I want to tell you that all sorts of people come visit now, and I enjoy doing business more now than I ever did before. Okay? Well, if you see him, tell him he has to do my paperwork. I did tell him he was going to have to do my paperwork. Wait, I thought I could talk to someone. Oh, these two.
It's just too much.
Everything's back to normal, except the one thing that mattered. Luis ensured my husband would never come home again. But I'm grateful for that. You stayed by my side and gave me courage during my darkest hour.
That'd be lovely.
Oh, don't say that. You've always cheered me up with your gossip and the funny stories you told. If you're not opposed, I'd like to live on with you. I think together we can deal with whatever comes our way. Yes, right. Together we'll make it through, and I'll need your support. Well, sure. Let's see here.
Oh.
Meanwhile, Hulkenberg having a mild aneurysm as I talk to literally every person in Grand Trad.
Stay there.
Can I still skateboard? Yes. That's very funny. Seeing the king skateboarding around on a sword should be like one of those things that people would just very much talk about. Even though Lewis died, my dad still isn't happy. It's because my mom died and she can't come back. But you know, Mr. King, I've been cooking instead of my mom, and I'm trying really hard. Glad to be with my dad, so next year I'm going to work harder than ever. My mom's watching from the sky, isn't she? Just like your dad, Mr. King. Not just like that. No, not Sure, yeah, okay, kid.
Stupendous.
I'd still say not just like that, but slightly different, actually. Barden, what the hell is he doing here?
Lovely.
Alright, let's start from one end and work our way to the other. I get shivers hearing stories from the castle was floating in the sky. A place was teeming with crystals and monsters. There was no place for a man to enter, no sir. Heard that when the palace came back down, all the monsters had been dried out like they were statues made of dirt. Oh, that's weird. Rebuilding the palace went faster than expected, and I heard they recouped some costs by selling the furnishing inside. Seems like a miracle, doesn't it? So that's what happened. It did. You were right. It did just gently float back down. Oh, hey, it's that other guy. Whoa, you're the best who. Well, it's been a while anyway. I know who this is. Yeah, well, I apologize for my impertinence, Your Grace. Yeah, I remember this guy. I was once known as Sergeant Xanthan, though I suppose that title carries a little weight nowadays. After losing to you, my own men turned on me and threw me into the ocean of the sea. Awful as all that was, looking back, those events saved my life. I've heard that all those who went with Lewis to the royal palace in the sky never returned.
I'm left with no choice.
A world where power is everything, and I suppose that would be hell. After all, never thought that you would ever inspire me to realize anything, yet here we are. Now I'm spending my days doing charity work as a member of the brigade under Chief Magnus. But I'll never give up on making my way up in the world with my own merits. Matter of fact, I was invited to participate in the Colosseum's games in Brawlhaven. While working the brigade, I helped a nobleman who put me in a recommendation for me. Okay. It's a brave new world, isn't it? Are people doing Soma? Give me a year and I'll make sure people know the name Xanth. There's a fighter that electrifies the audience. Well, ha 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 ha.
Young man.
Where's your friend that's afraid of electricity? I want to talk to that guy.
Become a proper kingdom now, this is.
Oh, hey, it's the one guy that lived. Hey, Russell. Russell, you're here. Oh, Calican, your highness as well. Ah, but that's no longer your title, is it? Excuse my impertinence, your majesty. I don't see the difference, really. Still knowing that the New Year's celebration were just around the corner, I couldn't resist returning to the capital to see how the kingdom was faring. Has it been kind to you? Indeed, I need only look upon their smiling faces to see that the city feels alive again. It seems as though the citizens are free to choose their own paths. I must say, I never imagined that I'd return here without all the cloak and shadow. I owe a great deal to the work of Lady Juna. I think I'd be able to see Grand Trad with His Highness sitting openly upon the throne. Alcise, are you seeing this as well?
Yep.
We got a long way to go, but I know Grace will be watching with his one eye. I should tell you, a sizable number of the villagers in the Sanctum have gained an interest in the outside world. I've been acting as sort of their bridge. It seems this doddering old fool has found a new role, to find the middle ground for both those who wish to preserve tradition and those who seek innovation. That job's gonna suck. Professional centrist, huh, Russell?
Yep.
I can't think of a better man for the job, Russell. I'm sure you'll be a great help to the village. Fought so long to save this country, but seeing all these smiling faces now, I think perhaps I'm the one being saved. Well, you saved the world and you live in the world, so, you know. This is a country that protects its people, and the people shape the country in turn. Surely that's the world His late Majesty wished to see. Not to simply chase the ideal of utopia, but to shape it with your own hands. It's a long way to go, but I trust you'll continue to make this work stronger, Your Majesty. Country stronger, Your Man. I don't know. Okay. There's, like, infinite dialogue here.
Yeah?
Excuse me, aren't you an Elda? Or please don't take it the wrong way, I'm just curious. Those three Elda are Elda too, aren't they? I wonder if perhaps you knew them or something. What about them? Isn't that kind of amazing to see an Elda in town? That elderly lady in the middle is floating, for heaven's sake. Is it some sort of igniter? Couldn't be. Then how? Oh, and the other woman's clothes are so beautiful. Goes without saying, but you can't find clothes like that in Grand Trad, can you?
What should I do?
There's something just so incredibly charming about them. You think I should try talking to them? Yes.
Wonderful, isn't it?
Lady Greta? Ah, it's been quite some time, hasn't it? Sorry, you've matured a great deal in the short years since I last saw you. Am I going to find out you're my grandmother or something like that? Rumors of your rule have reached over even the Sanctum. Some are kinder than others. Taking the reins of a runaway country must have its share of difficulties. Your face tells me as much. Frail child who could do little more than lie on the brink of death has come so far. Goodness, tears come so easily with old age. I'm surprised you're here. Same here, it's a strange feeling to see you in Grand Trad, Lady Greta. I received a rather forceful invitation here, you see, from one of your friends, the girl named Juna. Goodness knows how many times she's already come to visit the Sanctum, seeking instruction on magic. Some of the villagers are rather smitten with her. Oh. She declared that if I wouldn't feel welcome coming to Grand Trad, she would have a highway built directly between the capital and the Sanctum. She should do that. Oh, Juna, and she probably would. Actually, can you do like a railway line instead? So there you have it. Now then, Sora, or rather King Sora. The 1,000 years seclusion of the Elder Trade may soon come to an end under your guidance. I think it technically already has. And yet the journey ahead of you will be hard. The dreams you hope to achieve will feel just out of reach. So, do stop by and show your face around our forest sometime. Her mother cannot do so herself, but I can whip up some of her favorite dishes in her spirit. Well, her spirit is apparently still around, so... You know, that's fine, I guess.
Oh, there!
Oh, Your Majesty, I heard from Fabian, you know. But how you still take the time to pop into the honeybee now and then. Ha, that's not very kingly of you, but that's what makes you so trustworthy. Please do keep treating Fabian and Mario well, for Grace's sake too.
Oh, there!
Okay.
Say...
This place.
Makes me nostalgic for our days of candidate debates. Feels like everyone's discussing national politics now, doesn't it? I mean, it's not like they get a say in it anymore, because we took that away from them. Your Majesty, I was wondering who you might be. I see you're still fond of wandering these parts like always. I get it though, I do love the night market myself, until last year that is, then I began to hate it, no thanks to Lewis. It was truly a horrible situation all around, and yet somehow things have recovered, and I have high hopes they'll be better than ever.
Oh, grand. Young man.
Okay.
You there?
Oh.
Fancy a chat?
Well, if it isn't Your Majesty, hello there. Even I don't have the pluck to try selling water to the king. Please sell me cordial. Especially considering sales are up. We've got customers from across the tribes now. Although I'm guessing people were just avoiding a Parapus-owned shop before.
You there?
Okay. What are you doing here? Oh, well, if it ain't the big man himself. That feels sarcastic. Good timing, mate. I just got back to town myself. Long time no see.
Oh, right.
Ain't it been? I've been traveling since I took the reins on the Seekers Recon team. Hard to believe it's been half a year. And crazy doesn't begin to describe what's beyond the sea, the sights, the magic, everything's so fantastic, I'm already itching to get back out there. Well, I'm not especially keen on dodging bloody cannonballs when my ship gets too close. Lots of tension out there, but what country isn't a little tense? The good ones, I guess? I don't know. Everything from the customs to the way they think is so different. My head spins. Makes all the tribal bickering seem right dull if I can speak my mind. This country's changing for the better. I'm glad I turned over the throne to you. I appreciate it.
Hold on.
Oh, come on, I'm just roasting. After we knocked heads, I knew I could trust you with making the lives of those Parapus better than they was. Doesn't take much to make it better. All my cohort have found jobs, and some of them have even picked up new skills from being out to sea so long. I bet they've learned to swear in new and interesting ways.
See you soon, I hope.
But don't you worry your kingly head. I'll have it all whipped up in a report for you. Do something proper kingish with it, yeah? I'll delegate it. That is the most proper kingish thing. Learn how brittle peace is, as well as the preciousness of a life lost. Peace we regain could be lost again. We must remain vigilant. Okay, so I think Maria should be in there. So we'll do that last.
Hey.
Scuffling about the city again, are we? Which is to say, Hulkenberg is on the hunt. Classic game of cat and mouse, though which is which I dare not say. Oh no, I'm definitely the mouse. It's been years since you ascended the throne, but it's like you've hardly changed. You haven't changed much either, Stroll. That is Lord or General Stroll, Your Majesty. I'll never get used to such titles. You're a noble, Stroll. I really should take a page from Juna's book. She has a gift for delegating, like she was just born to do so. She had a million simps that she could just ask to do things for her. Not that I can talk. I actually came out for a bit of a breather myself.
Even so.
You know, I see now that even those at the top have their struggles a little too clearly. A general's duties feel overwhelming at times. Who are we fighting? But there are lives hanging in the balance. I recognize the weight of every decision I make, and I do find satisfaction in protecting those lives.
Hey.
Remember our first meeting back in the recruitment center? I've fallen noble with nothing to my name, and you struggling elder traveler? Back then, my only goal was getting ahead. My people were a little more than an afterthought. If I hadn't met you, I'd have never realized the truth about my fortune, my father's intentions, and I certainly couldn't have saved the Hellions.
Thank you.
I always sing the joy of their faces to you. I think I've said it before, but again, thank you.
That's...
You need to give yourself some credit, Stroll.
No.
But still owe any credit I could take to you for showing me the way. They live stable, peaceful lives thanks to you, because the city is not on fire and filled with humans.
Hey.
You have a whole country on your shoulders now. That road ahead will be full of challenges we can't possibly foresee. But show me the way and I'll blaze the trail. Now and always, my role as a warrior to be the vanguard.
That's why.
Our titles may have changed, but I'd like to think our friendship is steadfast as ever. Don't hesitate to rely on me, now and always.
Say there.
Oh, my, oh, my.
My god, there's a lot of these. I can't overstate how miserable things were because of Lewis. But I didn't end up fleeing, perhaps because seeing your Majesty fight stirred a sense of duty within me. No, there are still many who don't approve of you, but I shall do my part to protect the country you lead. It is my duty as your soldier. Wish the country nothing but the best over the coming year. Hey! Well, if it isn't His Majesty, the Captain of the Royal Guard, was looking for you. As a former guard captain of the Truest, perhaps I should report your whereabouts? Why are you here? I suppose I should reintroduce myself. I'm Salva, in service to the kingdom as captain of the state army. Parted ways with Lewis shortly before his runner made for the Skyborn Royal Palace. When I saw the horror that Zorba had become, I knew the world he wanted was no world of mine. I thought I'd found my place within Lewis's private forces after being disgusted by the shameless corruption of the Royal Army, but his true intentions were worse than I can imagine. It was the general who pulled me back in. He said my experience leading a force of mixed tribes would be valuable. I only taken the job in hopes of atoning, so it's a strange twist to serve the pride in the state army I once so detested. Still, I wonder why he bothered with us.
May God keep you, child.
How's this guy?
Oh.
Ah, Your Majesty, it's already been a year since you ascended to the throne, and 1 year since I lost my bid for it. Thinking back, I have no regrets. I'd not have been able to defeat Lewis in the end as you did. That's candid of you. I don't know what I expected, really, but I believe in your power, Your Majesty. Well, I mean, to be fair, in the original rules, you weren't supposed to have to, like, beat the shit out of each other, so it would have probably been slightly easier for you to try and contest it, although you were still getting your ass kicked in the polls, so... Well, not acquiesce on all fronts, you know. You needn't look further than your 6 partisans, your merry little band. I can appreciate your faith in your inner circle, but to award them all your key posts? Why, one might suspect you of collusion. What do you mean suspect? It just outright is. What are you going to do about it, huh? A country requires views from all walks of life, or put another way, why not appoint me your Prime Minister? With my guidance, Ukraine will become a land of true beauty. I don't think that, that's not our priority. That's why. Just when you think he's about to make a decent point, he plays his own angle. Don't let your guard down around this guy. Yeah, no, that's fine. So tomorrow's finally the day. If you finish your preparations, our journey to the Mage Academy in Ontario will be quite long. Yes, but where are you taking me as your traveling companion? You saw how much I admired Lewis, how hostile I was to your faith. Everyone said foolish things. Faced the national crisis, we clung to power instead of trying to use our power to solve it. Times have changed. The Mage Academy now opens its doors to anyone. No harm will come to those who want to learn there. But alas, my youth has fled me. So I use my wealth to ensure others can reach it. Take what you learn there and spread it throughout the kingdom, far and wide.
Lovely.
Pardon?
That's something.
One unexpected coincidence, Your Majesty. No guards with you today. Ha, don't worry. I'm no tattletale. I myself just left a meeting going over the provincial governments are doing. We convene for the new year. How are things in Martira? Oh, it's as lively as it used to be, and we owe it all to you, Your Majesty. That dodgy mess you cleaned up for us feels like ancient history now. I'm pleased to report, as head of the provincial lords, it's nothing but good news reaching my ears. Better relations between towns has employment up and overall welfare too. Each town has specialties and wisdom to offer, and when we combine our heads, there's no problem we can't solve. I just feel so blessed to be part of it. He's just on the cusp of discovering relative advantage. I know I made some blunders when I first stepped into the governor's role, but I'm happy to share my failings so others don't repeat my mistakes. Things are all right now?
But of course.
Indeed they are. The townspeople play an active role in policy and administration, and I'm not bearing that weight alone. Good, because you probably were not that good at it. Of course, some lords are like I was once, and would rather manage things at their sole discretion than leave things to the people. And yes, taking every matter to public opinion can be laborious, what with all the proceedings and disputes.
Then again.
Still, changing our own lives with our own hands makes the process worth the trouble. You know, it comes to my attention, actually, now that he mentions that. Now that we live in this weird, bizarre, digital bullshit age that we do, we could possibly actually have direct democracy on, like, every issue now, because we could actually just have, like, some sort of heavily rigged, heavily partisan shops app that gives us the ability to directly vote on things. Which, you know, while it would be, like, completely screwed over by people who get to decide, like, what gets put in there, and how, and the process for all the registration and everything like that, it would still probably be better than what we got.
Brilliant.
And choosing a king of our own will was all the inspiration we needed for change.
Lovely, that.
Oh, Your Majesty, it's been quite some time since we've met, but I've never forgotten you. I barely remember what you actually did. I know he sold something, but I can't remember what. You were a young Elda about town. From recruitment to enter the mausoleum. I watched from the shadows. That's creepy. There are still times where people hurl abuse on me for being Mistari. However, thanks to your majesty, I can run my business with pride. What did you sell again? Just goes to show that it's like going... that's going to take time to eliminate prejudice like that. We've got to keep at it. Throat is failing from like the sheer amount of dialogue they decided to cram into this.
Ain't this a pickle?
Normal people would not talk to like all of these people, but you know, there might be some really good dialogue mixed into some of this stuff.
Ain't this a pickle?
Wonderful.
How's the weather?
How about a
Oh my,
fortune?
has His Majesty come to have his fortune told? Oh, I jest, of course. No, I would like to know. I believe you've become quite acquainted with the Chief of Etria. I was able to speak with him for just a moment. He's a truly outstanding figure in both ability and insight. As a fortune teller, I still have much to learn.
Wonderful.
Where is he? He owes me paperwork.
What am I to do?
This is not the conclusion we wish for. Now that we've lost our leader in the church, what's to become of our lifestyle? Grin and bear it for now. This king is as much a dreamer as the last. He'll be crushed under the weight of his lofty ideals soon enough. Ah, the guillotine for you then. Oh, I'm sure of it.
Wonderful.
Well, off to the guillotine with both of you. Yufa, hello? Working hard as ever, Sora? Were you going about town and listening to what people have to say? Myself, I've just come from the Crown Court, where I've been consulting with people about their grievances and disputes as Chief Magistrate. Shouldn't you delegate some of that? You definitely talk to literally everyone, yeah. Shouldn't a Chief Magistrate delegate such tasks? Haha, that's a question I shall throw right back at you, Your Majesty. I'm trying to find your brother, speaking of which. Have you seen... Oh, there he is. Hold on a sec, I need to delegate.
In truth.
As you're undoubtedly aware, in the past many citizens were sentenced to hang without so much as a trial.
Alas.
Police report things are different now. Now we give people a sham trial before they're hanged. Anyone, regardless of race or status, can tell their side of the story in court and be judged equally and fairly. You would need a process for that, but it just goes to show anything is possible, even for a priestess to become a chief magistrate. And my brother is making great strides as a village chief. He rather hated the role before, but he's truly found his calling, I think.
The reason is...
As I said, no one knows what the future holds. It's all the more reason I try to guide people to good choices. I want to live in a society that practices kindness, where those who suffer need not turn to crime, and so I practice what I preach.
Now that you mention it...
The other day I went to visit Ovi's church to inquire with those who were sick there and about how the kingdom can be more accessible to them. How is Ovi? Was Ovi doing well?
Very well.
Yes, we practiced dancing together, and then we showed her mother. All of them are ready to ease into working again. They've been in the hospital for like a year? God. Hearing them made me reflect on all those people who still need our help. Until now, the only hope those people had was God. And that wasn't working out for them, so...
I do believe...
I want to fight for them to have options under laws and systems that can rely on in addition to higher power. A country where all the tribes with all their values can join hands in harmony. That's what we need.
Because...
You aim to achieve that too, yes, Your Majesty? I hope you'll allow me to keep walking alongside you in this. Hey.
Hey.
Hello there, Your Majesty. It's great to see that you're doing as well as ever. I've just left a meeting with provincial lords. I also preach the Mistari teachings in various areas when the opportunity arises. I may still push back against such teachings, but that's perfectly fine. A country is well served by different perspectives. Many of the villagers come around to this too, you know. I think that's because you all face such danger on our behalf. Still, it won't be easy to change the entirety of Uchronia. Its history is embedded deep in its roots. The country is larger, and some people will need all the power you have. The true test of your values has only just begun. Yeah, speaking of, I need you to just take a stack of papers and do them.
May God.
You're still around? God.
All right.
Ha! Are you surveying the city incognito, Your Majesty? Your escorts would be aghast. Not that I think anyone is truly capable of harming you. He gets it. As you are aware, faith in Sanctus Church plummeted after our misdeeds were exposed. Maybe you shouldn't have done misdeeds. I admit, we were arrogant and unjust, wicked in custom, but people have found salvation through the church as well. Yeah, but maybe you shouldn't have done misdeeds. I intend to restore the Sanctus Church to its true purpose, to offer salvation to those in need. As Santiarch, and as someone who is saved by the Sanctus faith myself, that is all I can do to return the favor. Is that what you are now? Okay, well, sure.
May God keep your child.
I guess, power vacuum means anyone could end up there, and he probably was the person who was highest up there. Hey, Batlin. Just recently, a sanctum in Brellhaven was brought to judgment. His crime using Parapus subjects for atrocious igniter experiments. Good. Church reaffirms its dedication to cracking down on inhumane acts such as these.
Wonderful.
Wow, the church is actually owning up to its scandals. Town criers around here sure have changed. Probably because I said I'm gonna let Brigida go John Wick on them if they don't. No, they're just trying to put in a good show for the new king. Doing things like they always have would have only sent them spiraling further.
Oh.
Well, hello there, Your Majesty. As laid back as ever, I see. Likewise. I myself have been crying like a baby, for I find my position as Chairman of Parliament quite an unfamiliar one. We made you what? Still, I've considered this open call to, these open to all parliamentary meetings. Compiling all these opinions is indeed hard work, but work is well worth doing.
This fellow.
Won't be easy for those who were at the church's beck and call to change, but I think they've been starting to see that they've. I'm getting too tired of reading and talking. But I think they've been starting to see what they've turned a blind eye to, at least a bit. No, a person who speaks the real truth to the public without yielding to authority. That's what my father and I wished for. A true and proper town crier. The country's turned over a new leaf, but there are still many problems to work out. It seems the royal regents are still suffering from human havoc.
I'm counting on
All I'm saying is we're a long way from utopia, but still the first step is as important as the last, and we're talking big ones. You know, to solve the human problem, what if I went around and just shook everybody's hand? We made it like National King Handshake Day, where people just get their weird powers. Your Majesty, it's been some time since you graced us with your presence. Salve Igniter may help you at this time. Haha, I jest. I know that's not why you're here. As you can see, it is thanks to you that Lycoan Magic Association has been able to continue its business. Our king has shown us what magic ought to be. Humans and other threats still stalk the land, so Igniters and their powers have remained an indispensable asset in maintaining the country. All this talk of original magic that doesn't rely on Igniters. It's going to take some time to make it viable.
Come again.
We'll continue to produce Igniters with pride, helping to bridge this era with the next. That's an optimistic way to say that we're proud to be obsolete, but, you know.
Oi there!
Oh, Mr. Driver, how long till we depart? I'm eager to get a move on. First Oceania, then Ontario. My cross-country trip starts now. A new chapter of my life. Oh, you're going on a road trip. Those are great. Make sure to bring an artist that can draw really good pictures. Is that a donkey? That looks like a donkey.
If I may.
Not to ruin your fun, but this carriage doesn't go that far. You know that, right? You just take a chain of different carriages at different spots. It's fine. The king himself out browsing the shops. Perhaps I need to draft up a royal certificate of appointment to tell the world we supply goods to the royal family. Any recommendations? One igniter in particular, in fact, though I'm afraid we're all sold out of it at the moment. The igniter I made at the children's request, the one that lights up with rainbow colors, is selling startlingly well. The store was packed with families and children.
Say.
I now hold a position where I control the distribution of all manner of goods throughout the kingdom as the head of the Igniter Consortium. I can't help but think that if I had been in this position sooner, then the church's violence, the tragedy of that village could have been prevented, and they wouldn't have killed your dog.
Brigitte.
But you were expecting this to be a shorter end, eh? No, I expected there to be a lot of post-game talk. I didn't expect there to be quite this much, necessarily, but I do know that they like to make it so you can talk to a lot of people at the end to sort of do this. Persona 5 was rough, because like they just sort of hide out in all sorts of parts of the town. What matters as we move forward, though, right? Indeed, I can dwell in the past all I wish, but I won't change it. Future, on the other hand, I'm hoping that I don't actually have to go to Ontario or, like, other places, because that would really make this a mess, but I took this post after I was nominated by my colleagues. In other words, I suppose that means people have expectations of me, and that I, too, am a spoke in the wheel of change. Our new king has changed the country for the better. However, as a former arms dealer, it would be naive to think all weapons can ever disappear from this world. No, I think we can. I think we could make it happen. I don't know if it's worth making it happen.
Yet.
It's all the more reason I would hope that the reasons for people to wield them continue to decline. I think it's probably fine to just, like, you know, not just encourage everyone to run around with, like, all sorts of weapons. Probably fine. To that end, I'll continue doing all that I possibly can with all that I am, just as you do.
Speaking of...
Ah, yes. Do you remember my dog? I found the one who took her. Naturally, I considered ending their lives. Well, I keep telling you should. But there she was, sitting beside them. Evidently, they could not bring themselves to harm such a sweet creature, so they decided to keep her instead. I had no choice but to spare their lives. I couldn't subject a gentle dog to the atrocities I'd commit in her name. I don't know. Stealing your dog is still one of those things. You should come play with her sometime. I'm sure she remembers you. I don't know, dog stealing. I think I'd still probably say that you could justifiably... What's the word, Your Majesty? Just one question, if I may. when are you going to lower the booze prices in this country? That's, you're going to have to go just talk about supply and demand. You're going to have to look up a little bit about how markets work. Haha, I'm only codding you. Haven't felt much like drinking until I black out so often anymore. How much do you need to drink to black out? You seem like the sort that would not be able to. After I entered the tournament, I really went through some stuff. I was acting a fool on the world stage, and you knew it too.
Yeah.
I'm grateful, you know. Can't speak for the rest of the country, but you've done right by us Parapus. We've got it better than we ever did. Some chuckleheads out there are still still try to take out their aggression out on us, but they're just venting, probably. I'm sure you'll do something soon enough. I mean, you could also do something about whatever.
Ain't this a pickle?
Cabio. Traveling with Lady Juna sure is fun. Blerick, Your Majesty, what business do you have with former helmsmen like me? This guy. Found him, finally. I had the honor of attending to her during an expedition. Actually, I think she's on her way to the palace in order to meet with you. You didn't hear from Chief Magnus? Lady Juna was off inspecting the Magic Academy, and I was the flight's helmsman. Knocked me on my arse when Lady Juna left Lewis's company, you know. I left right after she did. Oh, this guy's great. I wish there was more of him. Anyway, still undecided about being you being king and all that, but I do appreciate you taking me in, so I'm going to work to repay that favor.
You've got this under control, yeah?
On that note, about time I get back to work, and don't tell the chief I was shooting the breeze here, Your Majesty? This guy literally, I like this guy. He does not give a single shit about the fact that I am king at all. Like, he's just like, you're king, so what? Whatever. I'm thinking about Juna. I've got other things to think about. I'm relieved that the Royal Palace has returned to its original location. Even now, there's people who can hardly believe that was flying about, making its way around the entire kingdom. There's going to be one guy who notices it's like 1 degree off in its rotation, and he's going to just be very angry that he can't fix that. I'm relieved that the Royal Palace returns to its original location. Even now, there's people who can hardly believe that was flying about, making its way around the entire kingdom. I saw it with my own eyes. I witnessed the moment the red light in the king's eyes vanished, and the palace returned to the gouged out land it was pulled from. Can we see it from here? I can't remember where it is relative to everything else. Well, whatever. Okay. Oh god. Still more. Anelda, wait, aren't you His Majesty the King? Why would you be in a place like this? I'm not supposed to be here?
Come on,
Obviously not. You mock me, Your Majesty. I thought we'd see less of this kind of stuff, but I guess we couldn't expect prejudice against the Elder to disappear overnight. I don't think that's her point, actually, in this instance.
Dear me.
Hey!
Wait a sec.
Isn't that the cat from Academia? If that place is made of magic, how is it here in real life? Say nothing about how you could have survived in a deserted ruin buried in the snow. That shouldn't be possible, right? I just think he's cute.
Kitty.
Doesn't bother you at all? You sure are something else. Memory serves, the last king did build himself to study in the Mage Academy. Do you think Academia was styled after that? Maybe? I wonder what His Majesty, what more felt when he put his little guy in Academia. Cat tends to himself quietly, utterly impartial to us. Yeah, that doesn't suit you at all, Juna.
My king.
Oh, there you are, Sora. Heard you were in town, so I decided to see if we might cross paths. I have so much to tell you about my inspection, so I'm afraid you'll need to clear your diary for me soon. Bring you souvenirs?
In that case.
Gosh.
Let's just focus on the report. Don't worry, I'll give you just the gist. Firstly,
Well.
Mage Academy reconstruction is going swimmingly. Repairs are in full swing and we're already processing admissions. I must say, I'm still surprised you appointed me of all people to be Academy's headmistress. I was rather looking forward to going back on tour as songstress. I actually think that would fit her better. I don't know why I got her to do this. I'm trying to think of who would be better for this particular one, and I do certainly think that it's mostly an administrative role in a sense there, but it would be someone who would be educated, so I don't think Norris would actually do it, even though I think he'd be good at it in some parts. He wouldn't be good at some other parts of it, though. Who would I put in charge of a magic academy? Gallica. Oh, and shall I introduce you to my furry little friend? I scooped him up in the academy of all places. During the reconstruction, they stumbled on the little guy in some kind of observatory supposedly used by a king long ago. Considering the igniter around his neck, I'm sure he was being taken care of. I mean, there's no way a cat could survive alone in that cold, could he?
So...
Regardless, our mysterious kitty is only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the Academy. All that knowledge was lost when it fell, so we're starting from scratch. May even be hiding secrets as big as the Dragon Temple or the Sanctum. Oh, and I'm keeping the cat. Feels like fate, you know? But...
Speaking of which...
Speaking of fate, on my way back, I met up with Myrtis.
Now
Other singer, right? She's keeping well, I hope?
Yeah.
More than well, her throat has been fine. She's a fairly prominent singer about town now, unlike my throat, which is dying. We both just keep soaring to new heights. Her music and me, coming face to face with magic again.
Hey!
Surely remember music was the first magic born in this world, yes? When the heart expresses itself through music, it moves the hearts of others, and when they make hearts swell, why, there's no end to the magic. Gallica gets to be the fairy queen who lives forever and challenges people to beat up dragons. No, she gets to live until someone goes and beats up all the dragons, and she says, my planet needs me, and just disappears. So just you watch. With music and magic at my side, I'm going to change the world. Actually, she can't do that. We have to find some new mythical creature that people could beat up on the next one that's not dragons, because all the dragons are dead. Because we killed them. So, it has to be Cyclopses. It has to be just 3 gigantic Cyclopses at the tops of towers that just tremendously pissed me off. All will have equal opportunity to hone their talents at the Mage Academy. Our doors are open to all. That's what my sister would have wanted. If it makes the world a better place, why isn't that just grand?
Magic.
Rilla taught me that magic is more than a tool. It's in all of us, deep in our hearts. This does make me feel conflicted as well about the fact that we are sending Juna to the place where her frozen sister's corpse is just outside the door of the academy that she'll have to contend with every day. That does make me feel a little conflicted about that. Well, I mean, if she's okay with it, she didn't bring it up at all. Maybe she's just rejecting reality. I used to meet this old Kalmar here. He died about a year ago in those riots. He was so full of himself, always telling me that I was wrong. But you know what? Most other Kalmars wouldn't even bother speaking with a therapist like me. So he's more willing to just take, hurls of racial abuse from a guy as opposed to being ignored, because between the two of those, I guess, being, yelled at by a racist is better than being ignored by a racist? I don't know. That man actually treated me like a person. He was a gruff, mean bastard, no question about it, but he wasn't a bad person by any means. I think that your brain is a little bit snapped, my friend, but okay. And me, I suppose I was fond of him. Yeah, I liked our little conversations. That he's gone, I miss him. Well, sure.
You are.
Now, who's this? His Royal Majesty the King. What's brought you to my little dive? Come to think of it, I said some rude things to you last year. Told you to keep your elder head down. No hard feelings? Trouble quarrels haven't quieted down here at all. Might even be worse, now that everyone's equal in the eyes of the law. Sometimes fists just need to fly. It's not like it was back when the sky was red as blood and death was everywhere. In fact, it's amusing to see new faces around here. It's a good change, I think.
Oh-ho!
I still remember the day I met you last year, Your Majesty. You told me some stories, I remember. I felt you had a kind heart, bothering to listen to an old man's folk tales. Sincere young man loved by fairies finds happiness. Folk tales aren't just tired old stories for dreamers.
Thank you.
I say they have the power to tell the future sometimes, though maybe that's giving them a little too much credit. If you tell enough stories, some of them are going to look like the future a little bit. No one really ever explained these things that just fly through the town to me, and they're in the wiki or something like that, but I mean, they still just are there, and it's just perplexing to me that they are. Alright.
Yes, hello.
To think that you, of all people, would end up becoming the king. I never expected it, but I will tell you one thing. Wax poetic about your ideals is all you want, but when it comes to protecting the country, only power will suffice. The people don't all approve of a dreamer king. I know who he is. I'm still going to say this.
How dare you!
What? You don't even remember my face? Bloody hell, this is why you... God, never mind. I'll spare you for today. I've watched silently for a year, and I still don't accept you as my king. You're all ideals and no power, same as the king before you. I don't know, we could fight again. See if I do have some power. Should we engage in some good old fisticuffs yet again, and I could clap you a second time? We can't slack off on guarding the Megalo accumulator just because the country's at peace. Rather, that's precisely why we can't. If even Meg dust like this can be abused, we could have another riot on our hands. Powers that shake the world will breed new ambition. Hard to be optimistic about this new regime. Well, wonder how things are going to end for a while there, but things seem quite under control now. I'm glad the threatening madman didn't end up king. Still, an upstart from a forgotten tribe has no business slighting the established nobility. King with nothing but flowery speeches and ideals will hit a wall before too long. No different from the last king, really. Well, that's why I better actually do some things. Behold, you lot, we're here, the heart of this country, Grand Trad. Wow, I bet even a parapus could find work here now. Suppose it's true what they say, change the king, the country changes too. Don't get too carried away now. Still plenty of folks will spit on the ground you walk. Got high hopes for next year's, though. Weird. Okay. They're all just sort of sitting there. And Elda, the king's tribe, won't catch anyone bad-mouthing them now, not openly anyway. What do you think of the current king? In my opinion, he's a victim of the last one. I agree. If you think about it, he used the royal match to put the whole kingdom in chaos, and that's what caused Louis' rebellion in the first place. Who's the real root of all evil here? Yeah, no, it's Giant Skyrock. Yeah, no, I'm with you here. He made me be king. I hate him.
Now, how did I
Lost a good number of friends to it all. Couldn't bring myself to mourn the death of the last king. Still can't. Yeah, no, I can't blame you there. Rest in peace, old fool. It's a bit much, but hey, boss, so dang, I suppose I shouldn't be speaking to you so casually. Huh? I don't really care. Then again, we were rivals, weren't we? And Caden Workshop's the official workshop of the Palace Engineers now. Not that it's here nor there. Besides, I'm glad you got the crown. Still lots of humans out there you'll have to deal with, and you'll have a gauntlet runner to get to them. Caden Workshop thanks to your patronage. Yeah, because, like, this one got beat to hell. Looks like they've repaired it, though. Wait, can I enter this? Oh, shit. The warehouse was neat and tidy. I didn't find anything. Well, crap. Maybe not now. Nurse is probably down here. I thought I saw him outside, actually, but... Recently, the villagers asked me to bake some sweets with a few ingredients we have. Cooking and inventing share a number of similarities. I quite enjoyed it. As villagers go to me on more and more, I inadvertently compiled a mountain of recipes I dare say could put a palace chef to shame. Rather than inventing dangerous tools of war, perhaps peacefully devising new and delicious confection recipes is the highest form of invention. The rest of the notes are full of detailed recipes for baked sweets. I think you can do both. What if you invented the convection oven and made people like me who just realized that, you know, it is a convection oven and not a deep fryer replacement, very, very angry because you'll call it a fryer even though it's a convection oven. You could do that. You could be that person to make the world like that, I guess. How do I get out of here? Okay. There was this guy that was beside the runner that I want to try to talk to. Your Majesty, do you have something you need with the Gauntlet Runner? All's well here. If it's not overstepping, might I tell you something I've always wanted to say? Do you remember a long time ago when Louis dropped that human on the city? I was actually assigned to duty at the Grand Cathedral that day. State army was in complete disarray, and us soldiers were absolutely terrified, but it was the rumors about you that kept us afloat in those dark times, Your Majesty. Couldn't go a day without hearing someone insult the lesser tribes, and here comes this group led by some Elda, fighting through the cathedral with no regard for their lives. I had regard for my life. I did not want to die there. You've only known how much of the tales of your heroes and courage gave to the guards that day. I couldn't thank you then, so please allow me to do so now. You truly are a hero, King, Your Majesty. You know, I'm king and I still can't use the goddamn bath on this thing. I knew it. I knew this would happen. Came to a decision. In a new year, I'm going to go see even more Gauntlet Runners. So he's train spotting, but with Gauntlet Runners. Fantastic. There you are. Oh, what brings this Royal Majesty here? Come to feel the wind in your face too, have you?
Aha!
I know how it is. I have the fancy old title of Chief Engineer of the Kingdom Infrastructure Development Bureau and can research as I please now, but something's missing. Is that actually that different from what you were before? That sounds similar to what you were before. So I threw off the stuffy old uniform and came to gaze upon the runner in the way I do. I know how you feel. I feel like I know what you mean when you say something's missing. I knew you'd agree. I think my bones are aching to feel the wind. I rather miss days of dashing hither and thither in the runner.
Perhaps.
Not that I'm ungrateful for the gracious title you've given to a man who used to skulk about modifying gauntlet runners. Isn't that what you want to do, though? I feel like taking him out of that environment is doing him a disservice. You haven't seen anything yet. Why, one day I'll invent a teleportation device that will deliver fresh fish straight from Oceania to your palatial plates. Wait, don't we already have that? Can't I just go get fish? Or whatever. We've changed the world, wouldn't you say? I'm just a bit stuck at the beginning on the development.
Indeed.
And it's times like this I need stimulation of the mind. You have anything that might do the trick? Another relic hunt? You want to take another, like, chunk of weapons-grade plutonium and smash it to bits with a hammer? Don't pretend you didn't enjoy it. Every time you pop back in with one, I remember how I could hardly contain my excitement. I do miss traveling like that. Even if the relics themselves were better off left untouched, they've become the guiding principle of my research, you know?
That's...
Convenience is important, but one must consider safety and the effects it might have on the world. An engineer who dumps a burden on future generations is no engineer at all. No, that's all engineers. Like, maintenance is you dumping maintenance tasks on future generations. That's unavoidable. It's fine.
However...
It's no small feat to design with the perfect balance of safe and revolutionary. Even I struggle with it, and I'm a baldy genius. Ah, I knew it. I needed a stimulation. Your Majesty. You know, like soul-shaking speed and quiver of a drive engine. You'll let me know if you ever want to go for a spin, won't you? Our dear old girl's sparkling clean and always ready for takeoff. Okay. Who have I not talked to in this... Oh. This guy.
Hello.
Ah, is that your Majesty? What fortune to bump into you at the end of the year like this. Is there anything my humble personage may be able to do for you, your radiance? I'm at your service. Say but one glorious word and I shall most happily... you can stop being a sycophant. That'd be great.
Honestly.
Okay, laying it on a little thick, aren't we? It's that forked tongue that got you into trouble last time. I like how he's mirroring my posture. That's a nice little detail. You hear me? One wrong move and I'm turning you over to Best Leo. You gotta turn your life around. Of course. Guy just gets immediately owned. Alright. Did I miss this one?
Wonderful.
I feel like I already heard that. Okay. Wait, have I got anywhere else to talk to? I did all that. Yeah, no, that's everything.
Ain't this a pickle?
Ugh. Okay, I think I've done... Did I talk to you?
Right.
Well, if it isn't your Majesty, it's been years since you've ascended the throne, and a quick one at that. Feels like the strife with Lewis was but a bad dream. Had you asked me then, I would have been wringing my hands about one so young leading the kingdom, but now I'm embarrassed to have thought it.
Oh?
You had a keen eye to recognize the danger Lewis posed, and are braver still to have fought him. You had a kingly caliber I never truly possessed. Still, a single year is but a drop in the proverbial bucket. Stay vigilant, King.
Oh, my, oh my.
Alright. I might have missed some people, I probably did, honestly, but I can't think of anyone that I would have missed. Oh, there's this, I guess. It's the day when the face rock was there. Never knew what to expect back then. Joyful one moment, miserable the next. Remember after Lucius defeated and the king decided? Oh god, these are gonna be like r/poll users. Indeed I do. Suddenly His Majesty's face eclipsed the others. For the brief response, they all crumbled away like sand. Over a bit too soon after all that palaver, I'd say. I liked his coronation speech, but I can't say he's accomplished much of any importance since then. His strength certainly was incredible during the final battle in Grand Trab. I wonder what people in other cities who didn't see that sight think of things. Either way, as long as the next year is uneventful and peaceful, I'll consider it a win.
Wonderful.
So?
I think we've heard all we can from the people. Should we head to where Maria is? I wonder if that actually means I did talk to every single person.
That reminds me.
Being here sure brings back memories. You remember how we came here looking for Maria before the tournament for the throne? Yeah, and how, we had to climb to the top of this damn thing, which is gigantic. A lot of stairs. Yeah, I remember all the stairs. She was crying back then, though. She's happy now. You can say that again. This country has turned around since then, no doubt about it. I'm sure there will always be a difference of opinion, but your ideals are really coming to fruition now. I can feel it. That reminds me, what's up with that book you're carrying around now? Is that the one you've been working on yourself?
Oh.
I'm excited to see what kind of fantasy you can conjure up. I will remember when I am locked in a room of my own mental making, which is a manifestation of my probably schizophrenia as compared to Moore's depression, that I can, in fact, just open the door and leave. But maybe that's not even the word for it. After all, if you're the one putting it in ink, that means you're going to make it a reality someday. Now then, Your Majesty, shall we get going?
Oh, hello there. Oh, right. I suppose now I should call you Your Majesty. You know, I was just telling Papa, even through all that mess, everyone's really been working hard.
Am I keeping my promise properly from back then?
Yes, you beat the villain, and now the city's full of smiles. And I'm sure Papa's smiling down on you too.
That's good. Hearing that from you really lifts my heart.
It's a joy to see kids like her smile. The future changes slowly, and the burden of its momentum will fall on their shoulders one day.
Don't worry. I'll try to do my part with what I've got. I want to help everyone understand that the world could be a better place if we can join hands with one another. Miss Fabian's fed so many hungry people since things changed. Some of those people even said they found their place there. I think I did too. If we can all change together for the better like that, we'll be closer to Your Majesty's and Papa's dream.
Place where I ought to be, a side of myself I ought to know. The path is never clear.
And I want to help with something too. I want everyone across the land to be able to smile.
Yeah, I'm counting on you. Let's do this together.
Yeah. Thank you, Your Majesty. Oh, thank you, Your Majesty.
What? Okay, whatever.
We should be the ones thanking her. Feels like I can see the entire country's future in her smile.
Howdy, gang.
Everyone!
Long time no see. How have you been?
As we find ourselves afield, I thought I might visit Alsace myself.
Hold on a tick. Those people there. Surely not.
Naturally, we're drawing attention. We didn't all have to go at once.
Needn't fuss, old thing. It's been too long since we were all together again anyway.
Lady Tuna, did you really come all this way in a runner? Could have asked His Majesty to pop over and bring you back with a teleport or two.
The unmitigated nerve.
No, I get it. I think that would have been faster.
Oh, it's fine. I wanted to take in our country as it is. It's definitely a little rougher outside the capital's walls. There's still traces of melancholia around, and the odd human roaming about.
We're sending soldiers out for every incident we can. But it's not easy to hear the voice of the people from more distant regions.
Don't we literally teleport?
I guess it's obvious. But just because you're king now doesn't make you suddenly all-seeing.
A lesson I learned last year. In the end, I was blind to a great deal of this world. Never would have learned if I hadn't pushed out the door and seen it with my own eyes.
The capital can be a bit of a bubble. There will always be more to do and learn beyond its walls. That's why we should go on a royal road trip.
A year ago, I would have just said we could fly over ourselves. I mean, let's be real. The capital isn't going to fall apart if we just sneak over for a little tour, is it?
Of course not. We specifically put precautions in place to keep things running.
Yet it has only been 1 year. We cannot be too complacent too soon, lest the dissidents seize on the opportunity.
Oh, there he is! Over there! See? I told you, that's His Majesty, innit?
Might have been a bit too obvious.
Oh no, tourists. Quick. Stroll, tell them that they can't approach any closer.
Oi there, Your Majesty!
You dare hoy the king? You swine!
It's fine.
Steady on, Hulkenberg, calm. You needn't draw steel on the poor fellow. We're the ones who indulged in this little day trip.
Your Majesty, thanks for all you do, really. Have to say, my life's a lot easier now.
There's more work to do every day. But we're in this together. We believe in you.
Everyone's so supportive. Kind of brings back memories from last year.
Rather. It's the sort of thing to get a chap all misty-eyed over the past. What a journey it was.
We really did just leg it up and down the country slaying dragons, eh? Can't believe we actually survived it.
They were dangerous times, but exciting ones too.
When we fought to appease the dragon god, I had no idea we would have to face another 4 dragons.
You forgot, you didn't know about that one that we got in a fight with before we met you, but yeah, it's fine.
Nor I. Never thought the day would come when I'd be hailed as a dragon slayer. Huh. Life is full of surprises.
Right.
I resolved to believe in my ideals no matter what may come, even back then. Even if the world is slow to change, a king's beliefs can never waver.
It was a hard road, but we did have fun together, didn't we?
Looks like we're drawing a crowd. Time to get back to work.
Indeed. A veritable mountain of tasks awaits us, and I will see it crested.
Good to see one of us takes our work seriously. If Falkenberg weren't here, government wouldn't get done, which, you know, I would rather delegate it to somebody.
And not long after, a new year dawned.
Some days later. I thought they were going to do another year. So the New Year's festival, I guess.
A journey? Are you really planning on leaving us?
There's more I have to see. With my own eyes.
You're not coming with me?
You want to know what's going on in the world, huh? Well, I guess you are the king.
Sounds like fun, but a daily jaunt down to the slums is one thing, and a proper journey is quite another.
We're not having a proper journey. We could teleport.
You're a king now, lad. You've got the people's expectations on your shoulders. It's all right to just sit on your throne and mind the home front, you know?
Both of these are true. I'll say this one.
I want to do what I can for the people. If that's not kingly, then the crown's just slowing me down.
Come on, this is no time for jokes.
Ever the fearless gadabout, eh? Well, I take your point, lad. Magler and the humans make a fine barometer for the anxiety still swirling in the country. So you go out and give it a proper survey, where it is and how much is there. If people can't face their anxieties, they can't keep their eyes forward. And if they can't do that, we'll have a bally hard time moving forward as a nation or a people. So you want to get a better grasp of it all. That's your most important duty as a ruler. That's what you're thinking, eh?
Right.
Even the most faraway future begins with the belief that it can be realized, so I'll press onward. That's the best I can do.
If that was your plan, you could have just said so.
Sounds like a fine idea to me. A proper spot of fun, besides. Wouldn't expect any less from our king and captain. Well, since I'm the bally court engineer, I've no choice but to come along. I'm the only driver fit to maneuver the Royal Skyrunner after all. And why, you're the Dragon Slayer King, bane of monsters all across the country. When I imagine what sort of wondrous encounters you've got next, well, I'm all agog. Yes, here begins our quest anew. Let us sally forth upon our... hello? Are you not listening to me?
Sire, you've really got to stop chasing these ideas all on your own. You'll be the death of us.
Yeah, well, I'm not the one who threw myself off of a gigantic sky island to his death, so, you know.
Once again, sire, I've asked you countless times to give word if you're to leave the castle. Such caprice.
Yeah, I told Gallica, and then brought her with me.
Nurse, don't tell me you called for them beforehand.
Saved us a bit of time, eh? Though, hello, what's this? I count only 2 of the 6 partisans. Short a few spears.
It'll be fine.
For my part, I believe 'tis unrealistic for all of us to depart the capital together.
We'll take turns.
Oh, so you have no plans to stop our little adventure, eh?
I feel like this could be like just one of those functions of government that they could sort of codify, where it's like a royal tour where the king is supposed to inspect like all the different places.
Hulkenberg and I talked it over. We decided that if you insist on going, we'd rather go with you than stop you.
Are you sure about this?
I was thinking back to our last fight with Luis. So many people supported us, but not for any high-minded ideals or arguments.
They were supporting us because we were actively fighting a monster on their behalf. In the end, people make choices based on their personal experience and emotion. Even if decided justly and supported by prosperity, the people may struggle to trust a king whose face they do not know. An invisible ruler is no cure for their fears.
Yeah, but you could give them tremendous anxiety by saying the king is actually literally invisible and could see what you're doing at all times and judge you.
Right. I'm not opposed to the idea of getting out into the world again. Really, it might be the wisest move to make sure you're a king everyone knows.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You can make this a royal function where it's like you have this big thing where the king goes on a tour of all the different places that they're king of and just, you know, listens to the people, has a little procession. Mayor comes up and says some, like, random bullshit. My friends and allies believe as I do. Their support is the greatest treasure I could have.
Still, this early into the new year, 'tis never a dull moment in your Majesty's employ.
Bit of a smaller party than we last set out with, huh? But it's a pleasure to be on the road again with you.
Okay, but can we really afford to have both our general and the Royal Guard's captain coming along for this?
Yeah, probably. We're not at war with anybody, so yeah.
'Tis natural course for the Royal Guard to accompany the king. And I trust my corps is not so feeble.
Yeah, the Royal
that it
Guard
will
should
fall
go with the
apart
king
my
in any
absence.
event, so, you know.
We'll make it work. Got to learn to trust others and delegate, right? And we'll just have to lead by example.
Right then. Let's go.
You once heard my voice and answered a query in kind. Is fantasy a powerless creation? That timeless question. So long as life remains in the world, we seekers all shall search for our answer. But he will find his. Of that I am certain. And it is thanks to you for believing in and guiding him. That was the true purpose of my royal magic, you know. To seek and obtain guidance from denizens of a land beyond ours. A land that has not yet lost hope.
Yeah.
And it was you who answered the call. Armed with your hope, armed with the power of fantasy, you rose in glory. Such courage, such whimsy, and yes, what thrills. You have my sincerest thanks.
Road trip.
Feels familiar. It's been far too long.
Aye, the wind feels an echo of days past.
Unusually poetic for you.
They're awful, aren't they? They would have left us behind.
Well, I'm not certain we're in a position to talk, having followed straight after, saying we could just teleport back.
Well, hey, we figured the kids might want to change your scenery, like.
Wow!
I did keep saying that we could just bring her because we do have a teleporter to
Poetic
see all
indeed.
it's barely a
The
day
Deceptor's
trip.
absence restored order to Magla, and even greenery to the sands.
That's weird. Okay.
Definitely like this view better.
Let's go.
So I'm assuming, Optics, that you also got the exact same ending, basically. Like, I'd imagine all the endings are the same. There might be another one if you, like, give up when you're talking to Moore. But, like, is there a way to, like, be an evil king that's an awful dictatorial tyrant or something like that? Or something like that? I have no idea. Well, in any event, that is... You got the same ending? Yeah, I kind of figured. I'm wondering if there is, like, a different ending, and I'll probably just look that up. I'm not going to play through the whole damn thing again just to figure that out, but... yeah, no, that is a metaphor. I liked it. How do I compare it to Persona? I'm not sure. There's enough differences that I don't feel like they're as easily directly comparable as, like, Persona as they are with the other ones, but... They're never that flexible. Usually they're a little bit... They're not, like, super flexible, but there's usually, like, 3 endings or 2 endings to these where, like, you've got a very obvious divergence point. It's not one of those games where you got, like, a million endings based on, like, these micro things that you could do, like, early on that screw you out of an ending, but, like... Persona 4 Golden's got, like, the ending where you, like, never find the truth because you murder a guy that's not the actual guy you're supposed to murder. And then I think there's another one where you collaborate with Akechi, and then there's the true ending. And then same thing for, like, Persona 5. I think there's, like, 3 endings. Can't really remember. Persona 3's got, like, 2 originally, I think. I'm assuming for this one, like, the other deflection point, the only deflection point is, like, you can give up when Moore is telling you to give up. But it'd be kind of nice if there was some, like, differences between how you could do things. In any event, I'm wondering if there's anything post-credits, but I'm kind of guessing not. So I'm going to call it here, because it is, you know, late enough into that, but... Yeah, not sure what I'm going to be doing next Monday. You're comparing it to CRPG? Yeah, CRPGs usually have, like, a ton of different endings. Yeah, like, JRPGs typically just have, like, 1 or 2. That was kind of something that was kind of unique about the Ogre Battle series, is that they actually really did have a lot of endings. Which is quite rare for, especially the tactical RPGs. I'm guessing that there's no post-credits here. I'm going to go ahead and call it quits here, but yeah, no, that was fun. I like this game. I am glad that the build that I went with did actually end up popping off at the very, very end there. But at the same time, you know, it would have been nice if, like, dodge rates were a little bit higher during the earlier stats. Like, it feels like you have to have an absurd amount of agility before you can actually dodge anything. You need an absurd amount of agility, and you need the dodge perk to get that. It's a lot. I do feel like my, like, impression of the game's, like, overall messaging is, like, a little bit hampered by the fact that I've played Disco Elysium, which I think is a lot more prescient about what it says compared to this, but it's, like, that's kind of an unfair comparison, really. It's really hard for anything to compete with Disco Elysium in that field. But yeah, next week I think I'm gonna play City Builders, but I'll have to see. I might jump into Reload, but probably not. In any event, though, yeah, I'm just gonna assume that there's probably nothing post credits. But in any event, yeah, hope you found this one enjoyable. Hope to see you guys all next time.